in the Scouting Report. Here's Wayne Norman.
Penny Hardaway is in his 7th year coaching at Memphis as the club comes in after a Thursday night win at San Francisco to break up the travel out here to Hawaii. Your team was down 9 at halftime. You came back with a big second half. What changed in that game?
I think we adjusted on how we played the pick and roll. We made a great adjustment in that area. Also, we didn't trap the post. We were trapping the post, and they were getting easy looks on the weak side, so we didn't trap the post. And then offensively, we kind of settled down. Guys kind of got accustomed to what they were trying to do to them, and we made some shots.
You like to focus with defense. All coaches do. Uconn had 19 turnovers in their last game. Is that an area Memphis can exploit today?
Well, we're a disruptive team. They're one of the best ball security teams in the country. So it's hard to rattle them because they got great guards, and they got a team that understands how to adjust anything that you do. But to be true to ourselves, we have to disrupt. We have to get energy. I don't look at one game of them being what I would call sloppy from their point of view because they don't turn the ball over 19 times a game. That they'll adjust from that and make better decisions in our game. But we still have to be true to who we are.
Kenny, you talk about disruptors. How about P.J. Haggerty? I mean, he's a disruptor, and he's going to get to the line today, isn't he?
Well, we're going to try. Uconn is really smart. They study your team. They understand who you are. They're going to try to play defense on him without fouling him. He's been doing a great job over the last couple of years of getting to that line, and we hope he does the same against them.
Is this a guard-oriented team you have this year?
You know what? It's actually a mix because we feel like we have the best front court in the country. I'm not bragging on it, but I just really feel like, Musa Cisse and Dane Danger and Nick Jordan, those three guys are really – we haven't won anything, but as far as talent, we're right there with anyone in the front court.
Dane Danger is your top rebounder, and he was a big factor in that game on Thursday night at San Francisco, wasn't he?
He was a big factor, and we know what Reed and Johnson will bring with Uconn. They'll bring toughness, they'll bring energy, and this will be a great test for Dane, Nick, and Musa. Yeah, Dane did a phenomenal job at San Francisco.
How big a deal is this for your team to play the last 2 national champs?
Yeah, it's the biggest. It's an opportunity early in the season when you don't know where you are as a team until you play the best, and we're playing the best right now. And it's a great opportunity. So the guys, they're ready for this opportunity.
What concerns you the most about this Uconn team?
That they're swag and who they are. They're well coached. They're going to be well prepared. And they're going to bring this swagger into the game that they know who they are, and you got to go get them. And that's the toughness about playing those guys. You got memories about the days in the AAC when Uconn and Memphis went head-to-head? We played 2 games. We beat those guys at our place. They beat us at their place, and it's always tough because Danny and his staff do such a great job of preparing. Penny, good to see you again. Good luck this season. Great seeing you. Thank you. Penny Hardaway, head coach of Memphis. Up next, head coach of the Huskies. Dan Hurley talks to Mike Crispino from Brown, Penderus, and Scott. This is Uconn basketball on Learfield.
Is your retirement game plan a well-executed play or a Hail Mary pass? Hi, I'm Jake Dozer, certified financial planner. At Johnson Brunetti, we've helped over 5,000 families prepare for and live in retirement. And now we're proud to be the official wealth management sponsor of the Uconn Huskies. Visit us at johnsonbrunetti.com and get free financial planning books and resources. Johnson Brunetti, Retirement and Investment Specialists.
Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Planning a move? Let Lippincott Van Lines, the official mover of the Uconn Huskies, take the worry and stress out of your relocation. Whether you're moving across the country, across the world, or just across the street, Lippincott Van Lines will handle your packing, moving, and storage needs with the care and quality they deserve. If the Uconn Huskies football team can trust Lippincott to get their gear to the field on time, you can trust them to get your items where they need to be. Call Lippincott Van Lines today for a free estimate at 800-245-8563. Heard from Bridgeport to Willimantic. This is the Uconn Sports Network from Learfield.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
It's time to check in with Uconn head coach Dan Hurley. With the coach, here's Mike Crispino.
Dan, big week here in November, starting today. The morning start time, any factor after handling those 5 time zones?
What did you say? I can't hear you right now. It's very loud in here. Yeah, this is a unique experience. But, you know, we practice, you know, in the morning, and we've had enough morning practices now, and both teams have to do it.
Yeah, that's true. What's been the focus in practice here in the last 4, after the last 4 wins? Yeah,
you know, we were really, you know, bad with the ball in the last game, and then Memphis plays a very similar style of defense to East Texas A&M, only with obviously a lot better players, a lot taller players, a lot older players. So, you know, a lot of the stuff that we didn't do well, guarding the ball, taking care of the ball, are going to be priorities today.
Yeah. Hassan's been coming off the bench. We talked about it. You've seen a little bit of Ahmad Noel as well. Is he making progress as a freshman? Could he be a factor at all?
He is, and I don't know what he's got today because he's got a wrist. He got his hand stuck in a jersey yesterday late in practice. So, you know, I think he's going to go today. But, yeah, I mean, we're still searching right now for, you know, starting lineups and what the bench looks like and you know, who deserves to get the minutes.
Yeah, Liam McNeely, 39% from 3 the first 4 games. Is he capable of better percentages, do you think?
Well, I think he's capable of I mean, that's a good percentage. I think it may be capable of a little bit better, but obviously, you know, foul trouble willing. You know, his minutes are going to go up now. Alex's minutes are going to go up now. You know, these are games that are going to be very, very tight games we'll be fighting for our lives in.
Yeah, 43 blocks so far by the team. That's a key stat so far. Is that indicative of good D or good help D?
Maybe indicative of the level of competition. It may be indicative of Sampson's excellence defensively as a rim protector. Alex, what he's done. And the fact that, you know, we've got bigger wings that can also, you know, block and disrupt.
Yeah, assist-to-turnover ratio a little less than 2-to-1 right now. Does not need to improve.
Yeah, and it's going to get tougher, and it's going to get tougher in games like today, where they really get after you and foul you and trap you and get into you physically. It's really going to get tested today.
We've seen some of these players. Memphis got 13 new guys. Cisse, Dane Dania in the tournament last year, Tyrese Hunter. Does that help you in preparation, having seen these guys physically?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's, you know, some of these guys are, you know, almost like journeyman players in college now, where you've played against them in multiple places, and now they're, you know, somewhere else. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it helps you with the scouting, but, you know, it's a new style of play. Like Memphis plays so much different than Illinois. And Danger, we have a lot of respect for. He's a very talented player. Yeah,
David Jones has gone to the NBA for them. But P.J. Haggerty, the sophomore, came from Tulsa, scoring 21 a game. He can hurt you in a lot of ways, can't he?
Yeah, we got to keep him out of the paint. We got to keep him off the free throw line. He was like number 2 in the country last year in getting fouled. So he does a great job of doing those things. We got to live with him as a perimeter shooter. With great players, you can't take everything away. You got to pick your poison.
All right, finally, the key to getting off to a good start today.
Yeah, we got to have a tremendous ball security and strength with the basketball. It's going to be a true, you know, man's game today on the backboard, and we really have to guard the basketball and keep it out of the lane without fouling.
All right, Coach, appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, that's Dan Hurley back with the starting lineups. Memphis and Uconn kicking off the Maui Invitational here in Maui on Learfield.
Hi, this is Nick Kaplanson from Dime Bank. To win a championship, it takes more than just good players and coaches. It takes a whole community dedicated to the same goal. The same is true when it comes to banking. A successful banking relationship is built from a community fully dedicated to meeting the banking needs of its customers. If you're ready to experience a better approach to banking, come join our community at Dime. It's your bank, your choice, your Dime.
Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Member FDIC. College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts, as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
We're back in 60 seconds after this from your local station. This is the Uconn Sports Network from Learfield.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
My son Ricky took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me, and I contemplated suicide. My grandson, I was going to have to be here for him. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe.
Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You taught me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Home of the six-time national champions. This is Uconn Huskies Men's Basketball.
Caravan launches a three. Bang! He attacks inside. He lays it up and in. Oh, what a move by the big fella.
Play-by-play coverage of today's game is presented all season long by Key Bank, the exclusive retail bank of Uconn Men's Basketball. Today's game is also sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, your long-term solution for weight loss. Brown, Penderas, and Scott. With BPS Lawyers, you get more than a lawyer. You get a law firm. Connecticut Business Systems, a Xerox company. Beyond the expected. Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Laz Fly Airport Parking. We've got lots to offer. Lippincott Van Lines. The definition of moving excellence. Cloder Farms in Ellington. Best sheds at the best prices. American-made custom furniture. We're worth the ride. Monaco Ford in Glastonbury and Niantic. Orthopedic Associates of Hartford. Make your move. Connect with the top orthopedic specialists at OAHCT.com. SeatGeek. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, so Huskies fans can fan. Sullivan Automotive Group, where Liam McNeely shops. Drive like a champion with Sullivan Automotive. Trantolo and Trantolo, Connecticut's personal injury law firm. Uconn Health, the official healthcare provider of Uconn Athletics. Make their doctors your doctors. And by WFSB, trust Connecticut's largest, most experienced team of meteorologists. The first alert weather team, only on Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And a kick back to Caravan for three. He hit it! And the buzzer! What a feed, what a shot, and it goes down.
We're minutes away from tip-off. Let's go to our broadcast location. Alongside Wayne Norman, here's Mike Crispino.
From Lahaina Civic Center here in Maui, the opener of the Maui Invitational, Memphis. The Tigers, coached by Penny Hardaway. Their starting lineup includes Nicholas Jourdain, a forward 6'7" senior, Clifton, New Jersey. Colby Rogers, 6'3" guard, Richard Senior, Covington, Georgia. P.J. Haggerty, 6'3", redshirt sophomore guard from Crosby, Texas. Tyrese Hunter, a 6-foot senior guard from Racine, Wisconsin. And Musa Cisse at center. He's in his 5th year from Guinea. For Uconn, coached by Dan Hurley, both teams are 4-4. Uconn here in Maui, 9-3 over the years. Memphis 8-8. Solo Ball is a sophomore guard, 6'3", Leesburg, Virginia. Alex Caravan, redshirt junior forward, 6'8", from Southborough, Mass. Aiden Mahaney, junior guard, 6'3", from Lafayette, California. Liam McNeely, 6'7", freshman forward. Richardson, Texas. Samson Johnson, 6'10", senior center. The officials, Scott Brown, Stephen Anderson, and the referee, the veteran Pat Driscoll. Back with more X's and O's. You're listening to Uconn Men's Basketball on Learfield, presented by Brown, Penderas, and Scott.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand,
can lead to an even bigger question like,
tennis campus how much?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
We could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Connecticut Business Systems, a Xerox company, is a proud sponsor of the Uconn Huskies. We're Connecticut's largest provider of leading Xerox office technology, workflow automation, managed print services, software solutions, and audio-visual technology. We operate locally to offer you superior service and support, combined with the most advanced technology available in the industry. Our sales professionals make it their business to understand yours. So please contact us today for a free office technology assessment. Visit us at cbs-gisx.com or call toll-free at 1-800-842-0009.
This is Uconn Men's Basketball, presented by KeyBank. Now back to our broadcast location.
Memphis has one starter returning from last year's 22-10 team and has added 13 new players this year. 8 Division I transfers, a Division II transfer, 2 junior college players, and 1 freshman. Their top 3 scorers are guards, including Tulsa transfer P.J. Haggerty at 22.5 points a game. But they have some good bigs. They shoot threes well. The Tigers were picked second in the preseason American Conference poll behind UAB. Keys for Uconn this morning. Remember, it's 9:30 a.m. here. Number 1, take care of the ball. The Huskies coming off a 19-turnover game, their most in 2 years. Memphis has forced 14 turnovers a game. Number 2, keep Haggerty out of the lane. He's a downhill slasher who took the second most foul shots in the nation last year behind Purdue's Zach Edey. He can get guards in foul trouble, but also bigs who come over and help defense. Number 3, rebound. This will easily be the biggest front line the Huskies have faced this year. Box out, don't allow second shots. And key number 4, get Alex Caravan more involved. UConn's best player took only 5 shots against East Texas on Tuesday. That can't happen in Maui. He's got to look for his shot more. Our keys of the game, sponsored by the Sullivan Automotive Group, where Leah McNeely shops. Drive like a champion with Sullivan Automotive. And I mentioned also they had the national anthem sung by 3 local people from Maui, and they also did another Hawaiian song, which I'm sorry I can't tell you what that song was. Uconn was respectfully lined up along the free throw line in front of their bench in the locker room. They were not out here for the playing of the national anthem here in Maui.
Well, 4 top 10 teams appearing here in 2024. It's going to be an exciting 3 days of college basketball. This tournament started in 1984. 41 tournaments later, 129 teams have appeared here. This is UConn's 5th. Wayne, you've been around. You've been here before. UConn's won it twice. 05, defeating Gonzaga, and then in 10, defeating Kentucky. That MVP of that tournament, Kemba Walker, had one of the great seasons of any college basketball player ever, I think.
Capped by a national championship, of course, and Kemba had 29 of his 31 points in the second half in the opener against Wichita State, and they went on to beat Michigan State and Kentucky for the championship of that Maui Invitational, as Kemba ended up scoring 90 points in those 3 games. He was just a phenomenal player, as that's 3 points off the tournament record for 3 games in this tournament. The record was set by a guy from Chaminade. They didn't even win the tournament in 1991. George Gilmore had 93. And then tied for second all-time in the 3 games in this tournament, Kemba Walker and Penny Hardaway of Memphis State. In 1992, Penny Hardaway had that. Number 4 on the list is Adam Morrison of Gonzaga in 2005. They lost to UConn on Denham Brown's buzzer beater in the championship game, but Morrison was the MVP of that tournament. He scored 86 points in the 3 games, tied with UConn's Jalen Adams, who also had 86 points in the 2016 tournament.
UConn in the 2010 championship here had 2 men on the all-star team for the tournament. Kemba, of course, and Alex Oriaki. And then back in 05, it was Hilton Armstrong and Denham Brown, both on the all-tournament team. Now, the opening tip of our game, sponsored by Trantolo and Trantolo, Connecticut's personal injury law firm. Uconn in the home white, with Uconn across the chest, Huskies along the trousers. Memphis in black unis with the blue of Memphis, the Tigers across the back of their names. And the officials set to get involved with this one. Pat Driscoll, Steven Anderson, Scott Brown. Scott Brown will throw it up, and it's won by Memphis. They'll move left to right. We're courtside here at the Lahaina Civic Center as Memphis works on the perimeter. It's in the hands of Tyrese Hunter. They go down low for a little bank shot, batted around. Memphis comes up with a miss, and now in the low box, a foul is called on Uconn in the lane as Musa Cisse hit the floor, and he was thrown down by one of the Huskies.
He's the one who put up that missed shot, and Samson Johnson gets his first foul.
And now, off a screen on the inbounds, Liam McNeely is hit, and a foul is called on Memphis. So Uconn gets the ball back. It's on Jourdain. Nicholas Jourdain, the senior forward.
Only returning starter.
So we're in a small gym. It's 2,200 folks, and it's filling up pretty well. As Colorado and Michigan State will play the game after this one in the first session of the day. McNeely will handle at the point across the timeline on the right hash. Being guarded closely there. Gives it up in the bounce to ball. High post handoff. Caravan left side of the lane. Caravan starts right. Looks to give it up. Fires it left to Johnson. 15 to shoot. Here's McNeely on the right wing. Liam drives to the basket. Puts it up and in. He hit it with a left-hander. Oh, mighty Mac. And UConn's got the first bucket of the ball game. Here come the Tigers, and a quick hitter, a three in the corner is good by Colby Rogers. The transfer from Wichita State, and the Tigers lead 3-2.
Got to keep him out of good looks in transition. They just gave up a transition three there.
Here's Ball out near the timeline. He will handle. He fires it on the left wing to Mahaney, who starts right with a dribble and pick and roll handoff to Caravan. The ball is blocked on the way up by Cisse, and the Tigers on a run out. Hunter on a pick and roll, hands to Cisse, who lays it up and in. Nice play, and Memphis leads 5-2. Mahaney, front court left. They double him for the moment. He fires to the open man, Caravan. He drops it, picks it up. Now gives it up to Samson Johnson. Up high. Johnson in the left corner to Mahaney. Off the screen of Johnson. He dribbles right. Step back jumper by Aiden is good. Triple. And we're tied at 5.
He did that on his own. Nobody set him up with a pass. That was creating his own shot from the left elbow, and UConn needs more production from Mahaney.
Mahaney guards Hunter. They work on the perimeter to P.J. Haggerty. He's guarded by Ball right in front of the UConn bench. They double him for the moment. He skips it cross court. And Rogers fires another three, and he hits another three. So 2 for 2 for Colby Rogers. And the lead, 8-5, Memphis. 2 minutes, 15 seconds gone by here in the first half. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman, our engineer, John Ashmead. Mahaney on a give to Caravan, high post left, out front to McNeely. McNeely starts left, up a screen by Johnson. Picked up by Cisse. Attacks Cisse, gets pushed, fires it up, no good. Cisse got away with one that time. And Memphis rebounds. On a run out, Haggerty runs over Solo Ball, but a block is called. Ball tried to get a foot down, but he couldn't do it. And Pat Driscoll calls the block.
I don't know about you, but I thought that was a good call. I thought he was still sliding laterally as he tried to get back and defend what might have been a drive in transition.
Here in the corner, Haggerty launches, misses a three. Rebounded by Caravan. 8-5 Memphis, 3 minutes gone by here in the first half. Ball front court left. Picked up by Cisse off a switch, gives to Caravan. Caravan ball over his head, left wing to Mahaney. Mahaney in a bounce pass to Samson Johnson, working the post. Johnson digs in, kicks back to Mahaney. Mahaney in the paint. Open man is Ball. Ball fires and misses off the back rim, the three-pointer. Rebounded by Cisse. Front court, here's Rogers to our right in front of us on the sideline. And he backs away from Ball out near the timeline. Starts to his left. fires it to Haggerty. Haggerty drives inside to kick back outside of Therese Hunter. He launches, no good, and Samson Johnson is called for a foul. That's his second. As he was getting after it with Cisse, and they got tangled up, and Sampson was called for it, and Dan Hurley's really upset. He's given it verbally to Pat Driscoll. And, you know, both players probably could have be called for that foul, but Cisse hit the floor first, and they called it on Sampson. So with two, he's got to go to the bench, and here comes Terrace Reed.
Both bigs have had some foul issues early in the season. Now it's incumbent on Reed to hold the fort and not get in foul trouble.
All right, Dane Danger has come in. He works the low post on Reed. He traveled. Yes, he did. That's the second turnover by Memphis. He tried to overpower Reed, but no can do.
Reed really held.
A man that's 260 pounds.
Reed really held his own as that drive was coming toward the right side of the lane. And Reed did a good job in his first defensive challenge, and actually that wasn't too far away from being a defensive foul on Reed.
All right, full court pressure, and McNeely barely gets it into Reed. And now they work over to Mahaney. He works across the timeline right to left and hands over to Caravan on the right sideline. Caravan picks up his dribble under a lot of pressure, gives it up to Mahaney on the right sideline, doubled, back to Caravan, sets and fires a three, and he rattles it home. Special K for three. 8-8, 4 minutes gone by here in the first half.
That's his second shot. He only had 5 last Tuesday against East Texas.
All right, Haggerty across the timeline along the left sideline in front of Dan Hurley, guarded by Solo Ball. Fires it right to the cutting Rogers, and Rogers is fouled on a reach-in that time. Might have been Mahaney. And the Uconn coaching staff really upset at that. Luke Murray's out there having a few words with the officials. Timeout on the floor. 15:50 to go in the first half. We're tied at 8. Uconn basketball presented in part by Johnson Brunetti, the official wealth management sponsor of the Uconn Huskies. You're listening to Uconn Hoops on Learfield, presented by Brown Paint, Harris & Scott.
When severe weather rolls in, every second counts. That's why you trust the largest team of local weather experts and First Alert Live Radar.
Heavy rain moving toward the Hartford area.
Connecticut's only live radar tracks storms border to border and right down to your street, giving you the first alert anytime, anywhere.
We're expecting thunderstorms to develop.
First Alert Live Radar from Channel 3. Because when seconds count, having a first alert is everything.
Power Station Events is the official production partner of the Uconn Huskies, the ultimate one-stop source featuring audio, video, lighting, staging, talented DJs and musicians, photography and videography, stunning decor and florals, and much more. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, we want to thank Uconn Nation as we look forward to the next 40 years. Visit us at powerstationevents.com and let us help you plan your next awesome event.
Are you traveling out of Bradley Airport and need a safe, reliable place to park your car? Trust your vehicle to Last Fly Off-Airport Parking, located on Route 75 in Windsor Locks. They have both valet and self-park options to fit any budget. Last Fly is open 24 hours a day and will get you to the airport on time every time. Join their loyalty program to earn points for free parking, and be sure to ask about their corporate discounts. Save 20% by pre-booking online at lazfly.com. Last Fly is the official parking company and a proud supporter of Uconn Athletics.
The Uconn Huskies are on the air. You're listening to Uconn Men's Basketball, presented by Key Bank. Now, back to our broadcast location.
Well, we've got a ton of Uconn athletics on the radio tonight. Starting at 6, the men's hockey show. Adam Giardina will join Mike Cavanaugh, the head coach at Bears Barbecue in Hartford, followed by the women's team at Oregon State in the Bahamas at 7. Bob Joyce will be on the call there. Catch all the action along the Uconn Sports Network, the Varsity Network app, and the varsitynetwork.com.
Uconn women stayed at number 2 in the AP poll. Did not go up to number 1 after South Carolina's loss yesterday. UCLA, which had a 23-point lead at one point on South Carolina, jumped over Uconn, and they are number 1. Meanwhile, the company line on this tournament is 4 top 10 teams. Well, now it's 4 top 12 teams. North Carolina dropped from 10 to 12. Uconn stays at 2 behind Kansas. Auburn is here in Maui. They're number 4, and Iowa State stays at number 5. Liam McNeely picked up that foul before the timeout, so the Huskies already have 4 fouls, 2 of those on Samson Johnson. And it looks like there's a technical. Uconn got a bench technical.
It might have been on Luke Murray. He was hot. He came off the bench. He was shouting down one of the officials, and they do call a technical foul. And so the free throw will be Colby Rogers.
All he's done is make 2 threes early in the game so far.
And from the free throw line, he misses, though. Poetic justice, maybe, if you're a Uconn fan, for sure.
They played 4 games this year. He's only taken 2 free throw attempts.
All right, 1 of 2, and he gives Memphis a 9-8 lead. We're 15:50 to go here in the first half. The 2 are right. Memphis will inbound the ball in their front court. They get it into danger, but he lost the ball. It was tipped, though, by Reed, and it will be Memphis basketball with 19 to shoot.
Coach Hurley like that. Good deflection.
Reed, Ball, McNeely, Caravan, and Mahaney. Uconn in a modified zone look right now. And here's a nice drive and a reversal that goes in from Danger. 2 years at Illinois, 2 years at Baylor. National champion in 2021 with Baylor, and he gives Memphis an 11-8 lead. McNeely across the timeline, kicks it over to Mahaney. Mahaney in a bounce to Reed, high post left. Reed faces up, and he is fouled on a reach as Mahaney is trying to cut off of a screen, and a foul is called on Memphis. And that is their second team foul. Uconn's got 5 team fouls already. Makes one reason that the coaching staff was a little upset.
4 on players, 1 on the bench.
That's 5 fouls in less than 5 minutes. That could be an ugly first half if that keeps up. Ball looks to inbound the ball. Gets it into McNeely on the right wing. McNeely hands off to Caravan. Caravan starts to his left. Fires in the right corner to McNeely. McNeely with a jab step. Hands to Mahaney. Drives to the paint. Goes to the left hand. Missed the layup. Reed bats it around. It's rebounded by Memphis. And here come the Tigers. On a drive inside. Haggerty puts it up. And he is fouled. Foul number 6 on the Uconn team. And so Memphis is making hay at the line right now, or at least trying to.
Solo Ball picks up his second. He got 2 in the first 30 seconds of the game against East Texas. This is a little tougher opponent. So 2 Uconn starters now with 2 personal fouls, and we played just 5 minutes.
All right, Haggerty. The free throw is up and good. From Crosby, Texas, transferred from Tulsa. Just a redshirt sophomore, good size, 6'3", 190.
He was the National Freshman of the Year last year at Tulsa.
Yeah, it makes the first free throw. Second one up, and that's good. Memphis extends their lead to 5, 13-8. As Hassan Diarra comes in for the Huskies, and he'll handle in the backcourt. Diarra dribbles hard left. Kicks left to Caravan. Far corner, McNeely for 3, no good. And Reed able to track it down, and we get a jump ball. There's a good hustle by Memphis. Uconn will keep possession.
Because Memphis won the opening tap.
Huskies with Reed, Diarra, Mahaney, McNeely, and Caravan right now. 2 are left. Will inbound the ball right next to the Memphis bench. And Diarra looks to get it in, having trouble. And he does get it in the corner to Caravan for 3. It's no good. And it's rebounded by Danger. He hands it over to Tyrese Hunter. He tries to blow by Diarra, and he does. He scoops it up, and another foul is called. Well, one thing Memphis has done well, they have perfected falling on the ground no matter what happens. That was an excellent dive by Tyrese Hunter, and he'll get 2 free throws.
One thing they've done also is push the pace. They've gotten down the court in a hurry. They got a transition 3. They've got 7 fast break points. Uconn has none, and this time they drew the foul on Diarra by pushing the pace, getting down the court before the Uconn defense could be set up.
Hey, here's the thing, though, Wayne. That particular shot attempt by Hunter, he had no chance of making that. He threw it up there trying to get contact, and he did. Give him credit, but that's a shot that he shouldn't even be taking. But it got him on the free throw line. He missed the first. 13-8, Memphis with the lead.
And they're a team that you do not want to put on the line. 76% on the season.
The second one up. Now that misses. And a rebound, McNeely. Uconn shooting so far 3 for 9. Memphis 4 for 7. Here's Diarra across the timeline on the right wing. He backs it out. Starts over. Guarded by Hunter with a left-hand dribble. Memphis, some excellent defense so far. Here's Mahaney on the right wing off the pass. Tried to drive it inside, cut off, gives to Diarra. He drives the baseline, can't get a shot off. Fires cross court to Caravan. McNeely on the right wing all the way to the basket, and he gets fouled on a left-hander, and the Memphis bench is upset. Oh, that's classic, right? The first 6 minutes, we've had both benches upset with the foul calls. Now Penny Hardaway's going to have a little discussion with Scott Brown. He wants the explanation. And Scott just showed him a hip check. Penny's got a big smile on his face.
Foul on Dane Danger coming over on Hell defense as McNeely saw the shot clock running down and nobody picked him up on the perimeter, drove down the right side of the lane. Danger had a big second half on Thursday night when they won at San Francisco. They were down 9 in the first half of that game, but outscored the Dons 46-33 in the second half. Danger 18.7 rebounds off the bench.
And McNeely missed the first one, and the second one too. 4 straight misses by the two teams. Here comes Memphis quickly to the front court right, and they kick it back outside to Baraka Okoji. He has it on a high post handoff to Danger. Guarded by Reed on the right side of the lane. Hands off to Haggerty, who spins off the screen. Try to fire it down low. In and out of the hands of Danger. Bounce pass would have worked, but not that pass, and it's a turnover by Memphis.
Memphis has 3 turnovers. Huskies still haven't turned the ball over, but not shooting well. Uconn still 3 of 9.
Yeah, Jaden Ross inbounds. He came in the game a minute ago. He's with McNeely, Diarra, Caravan, and Reed. Here's Diarra across the timeline, double-teamed, and in some trouble. Got to give it up. He got it to Reed along the baseline. Terrace back to the basket, works on Danger. Spins in the paint, puts him a little jump hook and makes it. So Terrace Reed with a nice move, and it's 13-10 Memphis. 13 and a half to go. Okoji across the timeline, guarded by McNeely, left to right, straight on the basket. Now he keeps his dribble with a left hand. A high screen by Danger. Drives it left, pick and roll to Danger. Fires right. They get a corner jumper from Hunter, and he knocks it down. It's a 3. And Memphis extends their lead to 16-10.
They're a 46% three-point shooting team on the season, 3 for 5 in this game.
Here is Diarra, front court right, off the crossover, fires outside to Ross. Ross starts to his right, backs away with a left-hand dribble. Now he puts it on the floor and kicks it to Caravan. Caravan into the paint to Diarra off the high screen outside the arc. Diarra spins in traffic, and a foul is called, I believe, on the penetration. It'll be Uconn ball on the baseline as Memphis goes to their bench again. They bring in Musa Cisse, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year with Oklahoma State a couple of years ago. He's a big man.
In fact, he had no points and 10 rebounds against Uconn in 16 minutes a couple of years ago when he played for Oak.
All right, McNeely hands over to Reed, top of the arc, and he gets back to McNeely. They doubled him. McNeely to the basket, and a rebound. Reed off the miss, and a goaltend. So Terrace Reed with a nice a jump hook off that rebound, and Uconn gets credit for a bucket. So Reed has been a factor, Wayne, in the 4 minutes that he has played, with Samson Johnson on the bench with 2.
As has Cisse, the starter, got 2 blocks, but Reed able to follow up and get that put back. He's 2 for 2. He leads the team in field goal percentage, 74% coming in.
And the thing about it, he got it off quick. You do that against a shot blocker, and you're going to get some goaltending calls. Now they give it to Cisse on the right post, high. He gives on a pick and roll back to Cisse, and a steal by Diarra. Diarra runs to the front court, and he dribbled it off his foot. It ends up in Reed's hands. Here's Ross attacking, banking, missing. Loose ball, and Reed comes up with it. They end up in Ross's hand on the left wing, and now McNeely. McNeely outside the arc. They got 15 to shoot. Reed out front on a bounce pass. Reed a couple dribbles and a handoff to Diarra. Diarra starts to his right. Crisscross move, and they steal it from him. And here is Tucker on a drive to the basket, and he is fouled. Or Haggerty, pardon me. And Haggerty's going to get 2 free throws. So Memphis moving the ball and running. And they have gotten themselves a 4-point lead here early. 11:44 to go in the first half. So as we go to the timeout, if you're looking for better banking, huddle up with Dime Bank. 14 convenient locations in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Dime Bank Community Banking lives here. You're listening to UConn Hoop on Learfield, presented by Brown, Penderus, and Scott.
Uconn fans, when it comes to sports injuries, do you know where the Huskies go?
Uconn Health, Connecticut's public academic medical center. Our doctors advance research and train future generations of healthcare experts.
All while offering the latest in injury prevention, treatment, and performance improvement for athletes, for everyone.
When it comes to Uconn athletics, our physicians are their physicians and should be your physicians too.
Make their doctors your doctors.
Uconn Health. Learn more at health.uconn.edu.
Husky men's basketball returns in 60 seconds. This is the Uconn Sports Network from Learfield.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
August was born 3 pounds, 9.8 ounces. When I first saw him, it was a whole range of emotions. There's stuff I still want to do. Being a young dad, it's not giving up. It's shifting. I look through his eyes. I can envision the whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. My life is now devoted to his life.
Through all of fatherhood's firsts, never stop being a dad. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's a weekend of women's ice hockey at Sacred Heart as they host the annual Nutmeg Classic. It starts Friday night at 6. Uconn Huskies face off against Yale. For more information, go to uconnhuskies.com today. Huskies trail 16-12 to Memphis Tigers in the opening of the Maui Invitational. Memphis has been here a bunch. This is their 6th trip. They're 8-8 overall over the years, and a team that's all brand new. It's like a new shiny car out there. They got so many guys that weren't here last year that you have to probably need a program, I think, if you're a Memphis fan, to figure out who they are.
Well, P.J. Haggerty is certainly their best player, and he's been very effective in getting some of the Uconn players in foul trouble. He's drawn 3 fouls on Uconn players so far, and that last foul before the timeout was on Liam McNeely. So McNeely becomes the 3rd Husky now who's got 2 fouls, and we've only played 8+ minutes here in the first half. So foul and fouling are becoming a big deal for Uconn. Meanwhile, at the offensive end, the Huskies really struggling against the pressure defense of Memphis. They've not seen defense like this year, although East Texas kind of gave a different look to them, and Coach Hurley indicated that Memphis used some of those same principles. They probably learned a few things by what East Texas did back on Tuesday night at Gamble Pavilion. The only thing Uconn has done well in this game is take care of the ball. They've got 1 turnover to 4 for Memphis. Points off turnovers, Uconn 7 and Memphis nothing. Huskies also being out-rebounded by Memphis 8-5 so far, 3 by the big guy, Cisse.
All right, Jalen Stewart has come in for the Huskies. So Caravan, Ross, Stewart, Reed, and Diarra for Uconn is going to the line for Memphis.
That's the weirdest horn I've ever heard in a basketball game.
P.J. Haggerty. Haggerty. He rolls the first one in, and now Haggerty has 3 points, all of them on the free throw line. Uconn only 2 attempts at the line, 0 for 2, and Memphis 4 for 7, and they have a 5-point lead, 17-12.
Equals the biggest deficit of the year. They were down by 5 to New Hampshire.
And he makes both of them. So Uconn trails 18-12, one of 2 Big East teams in action today. Xavier, South Carolina, playing later in the day down in Fort Myers. Here's Diarra, front court left, picks up his dribble, fires to Ross. Ross being hounded on defense, starts to his left, gives it up to Stewart. They almost turn it over. Diarra recovers. 10 to shoot now. Hassan drives to his right, and he kicked it outside to Ross, and it ends up in the Memphis bench for a turnover.
Second Uconn turnover, both by Diarra.
And Dan Hurley looks down the bench. He's going to bring in Aiden Mahaney this time. And for Jaden Ross, 11:18 to go in the first half. Memphis being led by Colby Rogers, 7 points. They've gone 5 of 8 and made 5 of 8 on the free throw line as well. Into the front court, Haggerty tries to blow by Mahaney, throws up a wild shot, and ends up on the baseline. That time he didn't get the call. That was a flop, and the official didn't bite. So Uconn comes up with it off the turnover. All right, P.J. Haggerty asking for an explanation, and he got a good one, I thought, from Scott Brown. He said, you know, you threw your arms up, but you didn't get fouled. Jalen Stewart gets it into Hassan Diarra. Sometimes you can talk to the officials. You need a little bit of an explanation. You just can't go too far. Here's Diarra, front court left on the right sideline. Back out front to Mahaney. Mahaney starts left. A lot of doubling by the Tigers on defense. Now they get it to Reed. Little jump hook, no good. Loose ball, Mahaney comes up with it. Gives to Karaban on the right wing. Karaban on the baseline, cut to Stewart. He got fouled, but he got his own rebound and reversed it in for 2.
That was a third chance hoop by the Huskies.
Yeah, no whistle was blown. And here is Hunter again, and he put up a great shot. Haggerty banked it in, and it's 20-14. That was a big-time drive and a banker. And Haggerty now has 6. Diarra front court, right side gives to Karaban, gets it back to Hassan. Hassan back to Karaban. Long 3 by Alex. Bang, he got it. Alex Karaban drilled the 3. 20-17. He's got 2 of them, and he was under pressure. Memphis kicks on the left sideline, trying to work it down low. Ball nearly stolen by Diarra. Now down the middle. Here comes Hunter. He backs away. Kicks it right to Rogers. Tries to blow by Mahaney. Goes all the way to the basket, and a foul is called on Mahaney. Good job that time by Rogers. He didn't put the shot up. He kept it on the floor and was able to get the contact. And the foul called on the Huskies is the 8th team foul. Only 4 by Memphis so far.
Colby Rogers is from Covington, Georgia. You may recall a Uconn player from Covington, Georgia named Steph Castle. They went to the same high school. Now Rogers is a 5th-year senior. He's been all over the place as far as schools. Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, Siena. Last 2 years, Wichita State. But they are from the same hometown and the same high school. Steph Castle has been phenomenal with the Spurs in the NBA in his rookie year.
All right, 2 free throws made by Colby Rogers. And the score 22-17. P.J. Carter is coming to the game. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. Transfer from the University of Texas, San Antonio. Mahaney across the timeline, left to right. Being hounded on defense by Rogers. Keeps his dribble on the right wing. Now he starts and fires a 3 off the left rim, no good. And a rebound taken down by Danger. And here comes Haggerty down low. He dumps it. Mahaney working defensively. A duck in and a kick pass, and Reed blocked the shot. As Jourdain tried to go to the big man, Danger, and then Reed rejected him. Here comes Karaban the other way, and a kick to Stewart. Stewart out front to Reed. Reed holds. Had a man open down low. He got it to Diarra, but he missed the shot, and it's rebounded by Memphis. And they'll walk it across the timeline left to right. Leading by 5, 22-17. They give it to Dania, left of the lane, high post, back to the basket. Backdoor cut, stolen by Uconn, loose, and it'll be Uconn basketball. Diarra did a nice job, and so did Mahaney, to intercept the pick and roll pass down low, and Uconn creates a turnover. The Huskies go to their bench one more time. That's the 6th turnover by Memphis. Mahaney stays in. Jaden Ross comes in. Karaban stays in. Reed and Stewart as well.
Memphis has been the better team today. The one thing keeping Uconn in the game, though, is Memphis' 6 turnovers.
They double team. Uconn able to beat the break. They go down low to Stewart, who lays it in. Nice pass by Terrace Reed. That's the way to beat a press. Attack it and score. So Uconn within 3, 22-19. Here's a Koji to the basket over Reed, and he's blocked again. The rebound by Dania, and he stuffs it home. 24-19. Uconn down 5. 8:10 to go in the first half. Here's Mahaney, front court left on the right wing with a left-hand dribble. Backs away from the double team, gets to Jalen Stewart, who launches a three, and Jay Stu drills it. And UConn within 2, 24-22.
His first three of the year, he's been 0 for 5.
That's their fourth of the day. Here's the drive by Haggerty. Another wild shot, no good. Did not get the whistle. Rebounded by Reed. Outlet Caravan. He goes alley-oop to Stewart. He laid it in. Oh, Jalen Stewart, our time of the game, brought to you by Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Better get a timeout. Penny Hardaway. UConn back even at 24 apiece.
Stewart has scored the last 7 UConn points. They've come in a quick fashion. The press break, the three from Mahaney, and then the fast break dunk.
Are you trying to lose weight? Nothing works for the long term. Turn to the solution for weight loss. Awaken 180, weightloss.com. We pause 10 seconds for station ID. We're all even. 24 apiece, 7.5 to go in the first. You're listening to UConn Men's Hoops on Learfield, presented by Brown, Penderas, and Scott.
Is your retirement game plan a well-executed play or a Hail Mary pass? Hi, I'm Jake Dozer, Certified Financial Planner. At Johnson Brunetti, we've helped over 5,000 families prepare for and live in retirement. And now we're proud to be the official wealth management sponsor of the Uconn Huskies. Visit us at johnsonbrunetti.com and get free financial planning books and resources. Johnson Brunetti Retirement and Investment Specialists.
Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Hey, Husky fans, basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to UConn basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the UConn Huskies. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
This is UConn Men's Basketball, presented by Key Bank. Now back to our broadcast location.
The football Huskies will close out the regular season Saturday. They head to Amherst for a date with their rivals UMass. Radio coverage 10:30. Hard Auto Group countdown to kick. Then it's game broadcast at 12 noon here along the UConn Sports Network, the Varsity Network app, and the VarsityNetwork.com. How about Jalen Stewart off the bench with 9 points in 4 minutes? Now that is some instant offense.
4 for 5 from the floor, made his first 3 of the year. He had the press break layup, then he had the 3, and then the fast break dunk. So it's been the fast break that's gotten UConn back in the game with a couple of those field goals. He scored those 7 points in a row, the last 7 points for UConn in a span of just 56 seconds. They ran after a defensive rebound, they ran after a turnover, and that fast break has gotten the Huskies back into a tie.
So 7:36 to go. UConn even with Memphis. As Tyrese Hunter takes it across the timeline, left to right. He gives up to P.J. Haggerty on the left sideline, gets it back. All right, Colby Rogers over Caravan. Short rebound, Stewart. Good D by Alex Caravan.
Horrible shot.
And here's Stewart. Fires it right to Mahaney. Mahaney at the timeline, straight on the basket. Starts to his right. Backs away. Guarded there by Rogers. Gives up to Caravan. Back out to Mahaney. Mahaney tried to drive it inside. Nowhere to go. Goes to a little fadeaway. Off the front rim, no good. Batted around, and Memphis comes up with it. Running to the front court, Tyrese Hunter on the left sideline. Off the high screen, Hunter, step back, drops it down low to Dania, turned it over. Thought he was going to shoot it. Instead, he tried to go pick and roll, and it's turnover number 7.
I was really surprised at how bad that three-point shot by Rogers was. He wasn't squared up, Caravan right in his face. That came out of a timeout. That's the best they could draw up.
Let me ask Coach Hardaway. I'll be back in a second.
Your pals.
All right. No, your pals.
Go back to the old Knicks days.
He tried to save the Knicks at one point, but they were unsavable. All right, here's Mahaney, front court left. And he hands it over to Caravan outside the arc. They go down low to Reed. And Reed with a two-hand rim rocker. UConn leads 26-24. Terrace Reed has got 6.
Alex Caravan's second assist. Caravan's done some little things lately that made UConn better.
No doubt. Here's Dania, the high post left, guarded by Reed. Trying to put it on the floor. Tacks Reed, spins inside. Spins back to the right hook and makes the shot. Big time play by Dane Danger. Ties it at 26. Now Mahaney, front court left. Guarded by Hunter, gives it up in a high post to Caravan. Now he hands over to Reed, left of the lane. Reed with a little scoop pass to Mahaney. Mahaney to the basket, missed the layup. Reed got the rebound and put it up, missed it, got it again. He powers it in and scores it. Oh, Mr. T going at it. Emphasis on Mr. That was big time by Terrace Reed.
Second time in this first half that UConn's gotten a third chance hoop. They're not shooting the basketball very well. 44%, not bad, but not what they've been shooting this year. 53% coming in, number 2 in the nation, but they've been able to get some offensive rebounds. Right now, the rebounding, which was controlled by Memphis earlier, 13-12 Huskies, and UConn has 7 offensive rebounds and now 6 second chance points.
Reed on the line makes it. UConn just 1 of 3 on the line. They've been outscored 7-1 on the line, but they lead by 3. This 29-26.
Biggest lead of the game.
Here's Haggerty all the way to the basket, and a foul is called. Oh, Luke Murray better be careful. He better be careful. He is gyrating all over the place over there. And the UConn coaches, I believe, have a decent argument on that one, Wayne. When a player jerks his head back, you better be really hitting him. And none of the coaches believe that he was hit.
All 4 of the coaches are really giving it to Pat Haggerty.
You don't see it.
Notice what happened, though, in this game. When UConn's made its late run here, they were down 5, and all of a sudden UConn took control of the game when they stopped fouling. We had a lot of fouls early. UConn hasn't had many fouls lately.
Or at least the fouls haven't been called.
There's that, yeah.
All right, Haggerty rolls the free throw in, and it's 29-27 UConn, 5:39 to go in the first.
Jaden Ross got his first foul on that.
And missed the second one. So 1 of 2. And UConn's lead is 2, 29-27. 5.5 to go. Mahaney across the timeline, right to left. Here's Caravan out front. He fires it back to Mahaney. Mahaney holds over his head. Starts right. Kicks it to Caravan. Dribble penetration, Caravan. Kick back to Mahaney. Left corner they work. And they get a jumper by Stewart. And he buries it. Jay Stu. Appropriately, number 3 hits a 3. 32-27 UConn.
His second 3 of the season. Both have come in the last 3 minutes.
Now on a drive. Haggerty all the way to the basket, trying to dump it off, but the ball is kicked by one of the UConn players. Might have been Terrace Reed. And I'll tell you what, Alex Caravan just got in the face of Stewart, encouraging him to keep doing what he's doing. He's got 12 points in 7 minutes. Caravan comes out. Diarra comes in. So Memphis will inbound the ball to our right. Musa Cisse is moving his arms around, pushing Reed. Reed sticking his head in his chest. And Scott Brown's giving a lecture on inbounding position.
Alex Caravan.
And he's still elbowing him.
Caravan sits for the first time in the first half.
All right, Haggerty looks to inbound. He gets it in the corner to Hunter, who launches a 3 and buries it. So UConn's lead is cut back to 2, 32-30. Mahaney, Diarra, Ross, Reed for the Huskies, along with Stewart. Here's Diarra on the right wing, and a handoff to Stewart. Stewart starts left, kicks to Mahaney. Straight away, back to Diarra on the right wing. Hassan with a jab step. Kicks it over to Reed. And the shot is missed by Reed, but rebounded by Stewart. A 3-pointer. Back to Jaden. He backs away, kicks in the left corner. They go down low to Reed. They look to double team him. He powers his way in. He missed the shot. No whistle. And the rebound by Memphis. Nicholas Jourdain. The pull-up by Haggerty on the run on the break, and he rattles it home to tie the game at 32.
That kind of offense is what Memphis did to take control early, scoring in transition.
Haggerty is a scoring machine, I got to tell you. He's got 9, only 2 for 5. Here's Jaden Ross under 4 minutes to go in the front court left, and gives it up to Diarra. Diarra starts to his right, backs away, kicks to Ross. They go down low to Reed, duck in Reed, left-hander goes in. He switched hands in midair, and he converts to give Uconn a lead, 34-32. 3.5 to go. Tyrese Hunter quickly to the front court, a long three, and he hits. Oh, NBA style. And Memphis has the lead back, 35-34. Hunter now has 9. 2 men with 9, 3 men with 9 now for Memphis. And a timeout has been called as Dan Hurley called a timeout. And they get it, 35-34. Uconn trails by 1 with 3:20 to go in the first half. When you're out of town, you want to keep up with live college sports, download the free Varsity Network app, available for both Apple and Android. Listen to College Sports Live with the free Varsity Network app. You're listening to Uconn Hoops on Learfield by Brown Banderas and Scott.
Hi, this is Nick Kaplanson from Dime Bank. To win a championship, it takes more than just good players and coaches. It takes a whole community dedicated to the same goal. The same is true when it comes to banking. A successful banking relationship is built from a community fully dedicated to meeting the banking needs of its customers. If you're ready to experience a better approach to banking, come join our community at Dime. It's your bank, your choice, your Dime.
Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
We bleed blue. This is the Uconn Sports Network from Learfield.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Experiencing life changes like divorce, death, starting or buying a business with Rob Banderas and Scott. Get more than a lawyer, you get a law firm. And visit bpslawyers.com or reach out at 860-CALL-BPS. That's 860-CALL-BPS. Uconn trails by 1, 3:20 to go in the first half. An exciting first half. A lot of foul trouble early for the Huskies. They fell behind, and they were able to rally. And on the strength of Jalen Stewart and Terrace Reed off the bench, they provided 23 to 34 points for Uconn.
Yeah, the bench has been a big factor in this game, and you can kind of a convoluted way to say it, but the early foul trouble by Uconn actually opened the door for the bench to come on, and they've produced. As those two players have combined for all 23 of Uconn's bench points, they've been a big factor in Uconn kind of turning this game around. 3-point defense, non-existent in this game. Memphis is 5 of 8 from 3-point range. Hunter has 3 of those. And Uconn is 5 of 9 from 3. Alex Caravan, 2 for 2. Jalen Stewart, 2 for 2. And the Huskies, despite some pretty good pressured defense by Memphis, especially in the half-court set, they've only had 2 turnovers, both by Diarra. So Husky bench has to keep scoring, but right now the game's gone back and forth. We've had 3 lead changes and 5 ties.
All right, Diarra off the inbound, front court left, gives to Mahaney. Mahaney on the left wing, guarded there by Haggerty, starts to his right. Backs away outside the arc, goes to his left-hand dribble, picks up the dribble, bounce past Reed. Reed with the right hand at the high post, gives to Diarra in the right corner. Down to 4-3. Diarra's going to launch. In and out it went. Halfway down the cylinder. Would have been a 3 to give UConn a lead, but Memphis rebounds. P.J. Haggerty to the front court. Guarded by Mahaney. Picks up his dribble and he gives to P.J. Carter. Guarded by Stewart. High post left. Carter spins and gives to Hunter. Almost traveled. Hunter guarded by Caravan. High arcing 3 short. Rebounded by Diarra on a run out. Diarra to the front court. Off the high screen of Reed. Cuts right. Deals to Mahaney. Mahaney in a bounce pass down low to Reed. Facing up. Spins on Danger. Power move. Oh, he reversed it home. Go to school. What a play by Terrace Reed. And UConn regains the lead 36-35. Reed. A coming out party here in Maui. He's got 13 in the first half. Here's Haggerty on a drive by Reed. Can't get a shot off. Now he fires, and he falls down, and they call a foul. That came from the other side of the court. Scott Brown, the official, right in front of it, did not call it. But Haggerty, who falls every time he shoots it, gets to the line again. UConn has had 10 personal fouls. Memphis 5. Now Haggerty will try to give his team a lead. Be careful. Dan Hurley could get a technical. He's being lectured right now by one of the officials.
Reed, 13 points in the first half of the Huskies off the bench. His season high at UConn, 15 in the season opener against Sacred Heart.
Haggerty misses the free throw. Now, Memphis is 8 of 13. UConn's had 3 free throws. Haggerty gets a second chance. Plays 36 minutes for this team. Pretty good free throw shooter. Made 24 of 28 in the opening 4 games. All wins by Memphis. Makes the second one, and the Tigers and Huskies are tied at 36. Here's Jalen Stewart, front court. Hands over to Diarra on the right sideline. He fires it over to Mahaney at the hash in front of Penny Hardaway. Mahaney to Reed, and Reed is fouled by Danger, and that was not a smart foul by Dane Danger, because Reed took the pass 25 feet away from the basket, and Danger reached in, and that is the 16th foul on Memphis.
I would say this about Reed. Not only has he produced offense off the bench with those 13 points, but the foul he had a moment ago was his first. With all the fouls in this game and the 2 quick fouls by his front court mate Samson Johnson, Reed has done it at both ends of the court.
Here's Diarra in the corner. He faked the 3, almost lost it, regains it, and now he fires on the cutting Stewart, and Stewart reversed it home. How did he see him? He threaded the needle, Diarra. UConn leads 38-36, Stewart with 14. There's Diarra, almost stole it from Haggerty. Haggerty out near the timeline, starts to his right. Picked up by Reed on the switch. They go in the corner for Carter's 3, and he knocks it down. Or Nicholas Jourdain, pardon me, with the 3. And Memphis with a 38-38 tie with 1:10 left here in the first half.
That was a 2.
A deuce. Foot on the line. Here's Diarra. Kicks to Stewart. The ball deflected by Haggerty out of bounds. He's upset. He's hot. P.J. Haggerty.
All of a sudden, the UConn defense is letting the Huskies down as Memphis has hit 5 of its last 6 shots from the floor, both inside and outside.
All right, Caravan gets it to Diarra in the left corner, gets it back. Caravan for 3. Off the right rim and out of bounds. So with 58.5 seconds left, Memphis has the ball in a 38-38 tie. Huskies 16 of 35 on the day. Memphis 12 of 21. 5 of 9 from three-point range. So they have been shooting lights out 57%.
They're 48 on the season coming in.
So Tyrese Hunter will dribble across the timeline, picked up by Aiden Mahaney straight away. Gives it up on a high post to Jourdain. Jourdain back to the basket, guarded by Stewart. Hands off to Haggerty, launches a 3. No good front rim. He falls down again. This time he gets no whistle. And now Mahaney drives. Thought about shooting a 3. Doesn't do it. Right wing. They go down low to Reed, who baited in. Oh, he banked it home on a great pass by Alex Caravan. UConn by 2. The final 25 seconds of the first half. This is Hunter. Going to run some time off the clock. Shot clock turned off. Mahaney guards him out at the timeline as Hunter goes between his legs. What's the time run down? Now Hunter starts to his right on a pick and roll to Dania, and he lays it in left-handed. And at the buzzer, Diarra launches, and that'll do it. What a first half of basketball. 40 apiece. Uconn and Memphis don't go away. Halftime's coming up in just a moment. The Huskies, 15 by Terrace Reed, 14 from Jalen Stewart, 10 by P.J. Haggerty for Memphis, and we're all even at 40 apiece. Stay with us. The KeyBank Halftime Report with Paul Roper coming up, presented by Brown Penderas and Scott. This is Uconn Hoops from Learfield.
Connecticut Business Systems, a Xerox company, is a proud sponsor of the Uconn Huskies. We're Connecticut's largest provider of leading Xerox office technology, workflow automation, managed print services, software solutions, and audio-visual technology. We operate locally to offer you superior service and support, combined with the most advanced technology available in the industry. Our sales professionals make it their business to understand yours. So please contact us today for a free office technology assessment. Visit us at cbs-gisx.com or call toll-free at 1-800-842-0009.
Is your retirement game plan a well-executed play or a Hail Mary pass? Hi, I'm Jake Dozer, Certified Financial Planner. At Johnson Brunetti, we've helped over 5,000 families prepare for and live in retirement. And now we're proud to be the official wealth management sponsor of the Uconn Huskies. Visit us at johnsonbrunetti.com and get free financial planning books and resources. Johnson Brunetti, Retirement and Investment Specialists.
Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
When severe weather rolls in, every second counts. That's why you trust the largest team of local weather experts and First Alert Live Radar.
Heavy rain moving toward the Hartford area.
Connecticut's only live radar tracks storms border to border and right down to your street, giving you the first alert anytime, anywhere.
We're expecting thunderstorms to develop.
First Alert Live Radar from Channel 3. Because when seconds count, having a first alert is everything.
Are you traveling out of Bradley Airport and need a safe, reliable place to park your car? Trust your vehicle to Last Fly Off-Airport Parking, located on Route 75 in Windsor Locks. They have both valet and self-park options to fit any budget. Last Fly is open 24 hours a day and will get you to the airport on time, every time. Join their loyalty program to earn points for free parking, and be sure to ask about their corporate discounts. Save 20% by pre-booking online at lazfly.com. Last Fly is the official parking company and a proud supporter of Uconn Athletics.
Minutes are in the books. This is the KeyBank Halftime Report. KeyBank is the exclusive retail bank of Uconn Men's Basketball. Coming up, we'll recap the first half and check scores from across the country. Now, let's go to the Learfield Network studios.
A fun first half of basketball out in the Hawaiian Islands as Uconn and Memphis are tied at 40 apiece after 20 minutes. 15 points for Terrace Reed and a career-high 14 for Jalen Stewart at the half, as the Huskies are keeping pace with the Tigers out in Maui. Paul Roper with you in the Learfield Network studios. KeyBank Halftime Report begins with a bracket preview of the Maui Invitational. After our game, 4-0 Colorado against 4-1 Michigan State. First game away from home for the Buffs. They've had 3 easy wins, along with a close call in double overtime against Northern Colorado this season, while the Spartans currently ranked 44th in KenPom. 4 victories at home, along with the 8-point loss to Kansas at the Champions Classic in Atlanta. The other side of the bracket considerably tougher, with a top 5 matchup to start things off at 9 o'clock between number 4 Auburn and 5th-ranked Iowa State. The first time in the tournament's 40-year history, there was a top 5 matchup in the opening round. And rounding out the slate at 11:30, it's 12th-ranked North Carolina and Dayton. The Flyers 5-0, the Tar Heels 3-1. They also have a loss to Kansas this season. Interesting to note, the last 3 times UNC has won the Maui Invitational, they would eventually win the national championship in the same season. We'll dive into the rest of Uconn athletics after the break. Halftime score: Uconn 40, Memphis 40. Presented by Brown Penderas and Scott. This is Uconn Men's Basketball from Learfield.
Hey, Husky fans, basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Uconn basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Uconn Huskies. The most disruptive idea in ticketing, a ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Uconn fans, when it comes to sports injuries, do you know where the Huskies go?
Uconn Health, Connecticut's public academic medical center. Our doctors advance research and train future generations of healthcare experts.
All while offering the latest in injury prevention, treatment, and performance improvement for athletes or everyone.
When it comes to Uconn athletics, our physicians are their physicians and should be your physicians too.
Make their doctors your doctors.
Uconn Health. Learn more at health.uconn.edu.
Planning a move? Let Lippincott Van Lines, the official mover of the Uconn Huskies, take the worry and stress out of your relocation. Whether you're moving across the country, across the world, or just across the street, Lippincott Van Lines will handle your packing, moving, and storage needs with the care and quality they deserve. If the Uconn Huskies football team can trust Lippincott to get their gear to the field on time, you can trust them to get your items where they need to be. Call Lippincott Van Lines today for a free estimate at 800-245-8563.
There are Black Friday deals, and then there are Kohl's Black Friday deals. Where else can you get 40% off Levi's, up to 50% off Sephora fragrances, and home favorites for under $10, all in the same place? And it gets better. You can score extra Kohl's cash with $15 earned for every $50 spent. Get 15% off some of your finds, and save even more with limited time doorbusters, like 50% off toys. Select styles. Offers end November 29th. Coupons do not apply to Levi's and toys. Coupons and Kohl's cash do not apply to Sephora. Some restrictions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Tied at 40 between Uconn and Memphis in the first round of the Maui Invitational from the Lahaina Civic Center. Paul Roper with you in the Learfield Network studios as the KeyBank halftime report continues with a look at Uconn athletics. We'll start with women's basketball. They're in the Bahamas to face Oregon State in the Baha Mar Women's Championship. It's the first meeting between the schools in exactly 29 years to the day. That game will start after the conclusion of Ole Miss and Boston College. Coverage begins this evening following the Uconn Hockey Coaches Show, with the Hard Auto Group countdown to tip-off at 7 p.m. from the Bahamas. Sticking with women's basketball, Sarah Strawn, the Big East Freshman of the Week. She scored 20 points and grabbed 8 rebounds in the Huskies' win over FDU last week, a record-setting win for head coach Gino Auriemma. Meanwhile, the women's volleyball team completes the regular season with their third straight sweep. They took down Villanova 3-0 on Saturday. They'll turn around and face the Cats again on Wednesday in the first round of the Big East Championship in Omaha, Nebraska. Finally, men's and women's ice hockey each split their respective Hockey East series over the weekend. The men went up to UMass Lowell and won on Friday, while the women held serve at home on Saturday against Boston College. The Mariners back in Maui with the halftime stats after the break. Again, the scores all tied at 40 apiece between Uconn and Memphis. Presented by Brown, Penderas, and Scott. This is Uconn Men's Basketball from Learfield.
When severe weather rolls in, every second counts. That's why you trust the largest team of local weather experts and First Alert Live Radar.
Heavy rain moving toward the Hartford area.
Connecticut's only live radar tracks storms border to border and right down to your street, giving you the first alert anytime, anywhere.
We're expecting thunderstorms to develop.
First Alert Live Radar from Channel 3. Because when seconds count, having a first alert is everything.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand,
can lead to an even bigger question like,
tennis camp is how much?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
We could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SiriusXM College Sports Radio, there's complete coverage of every major conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 24.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness or disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Help us get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Uconn's smallest halftime lead in the 4 games this year had been 11 over New Hampshire. They're tied with Memphis here in the opening game of the Maui Invitational, 40-40. Huskies powered by their bench. Terrace Reed, 15 points, already equaling a Uconn career high. He had 20 last year when he played for Michigan in a game against Illinois. He also leads them in rebounds with 7, 5 offensive. He also leads them with blocks with 2. He was 7 of 10 from the floor. And Jalen Stewart came off the bench with 14 points. That is his Uconn career high. Had been 11 last year at DePaul. He was 6 of 7 and made both of his threes. His first made 3-pointers this year. As for the starters, Alex Caravan had 6 points, took only 5 shots. He did have a team-high 3 assists. Liam McNeely got a couple of fouls. He had 2 points. Samson Johnson, a couple of quick fouls. He only played 3.5 minutes before getting number 2. He didn't score. And Solo Ball played just 5 minutes before he got foul number 2. Second game in a row, he's had 2 quick fouls. Aiden Mahaney got an early 3, finished with 3 points, but shot 1 of 5 from the floor. Hassan Diarra, Jaden Ross off the bench did not score. P.J. Haggerty, the leading scorer for Memphis on the season and in the first half. He had 10 points and drew 5 personal fouls on Uconn. Nicholas Jourdain had 2 points. Moussa Cisse had 2. He also had their only 2 blocks of the half. Colby Rogers had 9, making a couple of 3-pointers. And Tyrese Hunter had 9, all on 3-pointers. He was 3 for 5. Off the bench, Dane Danger had 8 points. Baraka Okoji and P.J. Carter did not score for Memphis, which shot 13 of 23, 57% in the first half. They were 5 of 10 from 3, 9 of 14 from the foul line, 64%. Uconn had a slow start offensively, but finished out at 47%, 17 of 36, 5 of 11 from three-point range, just 1 of 3 from the line. Uconn was being out-rebounded early on by Memphis, but the Huskies at halftime have 17 rebounds to 15 for Memphis. Huskies got 8 offensive rebounds, and that was good for 7 second-chance shots or points. They had 2 different occasions where they got a third-chance field goal. And Memphis only had 3 offensive rebounds, good for 2 second-chance points. Memphis had 7 assists on 13 field goals. Uconn 10 assists on 17 field goals. Huskies only 2 turnovers in the first half, both by Hassan Diarra. Memphis only got 2 points off those Husky turnovers, while the Tigers had 6 first-half turnovers, and Uconn, running after those turnovers, got 11 points off the Memphis turnovers. Memphis had 1 steal, 2 blocks. Uconn, 1 steal and 2 blocks. Biggest lead, Memphis had an early 6-point lead. Uconn had a late 5-point lead. Huskies had a 7-0 run at one point, fueled by Jalen Stewart, and Memphis had a 5-0 run early in the game. The game had 4 lead changes and 8 ties. Points in the paint, 24-14 Uconn. Fast break points, 14 for Memphis. Bench points, a big number, 29-8 Uconn. Halftime, 40-40. We're back with the second half. You are listening to Uconn Men's Basketball in Learfield, presented by Brown, Penderas, and Scott.
Hi, this is Nick Kaplanson from Dime Bank. To win a championship, it takes more than just good players and coaches. It takes a whole community dedicated to the same goal. The same is true when it comes to banking. A successful banking relationship is built from a community fully dedicated to meeting the banking needs of its customers. If you're ready to experience a better approach to banking, come join our community at Dime. It's your bank, your choice, your Dime.
Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
Is your retirement game plan a well-executed play or a Hail Mary pass? Hi, I'm Jake Dozer, certified financial planner. At Johnson Brunetti, we've helped over 5,000 families prepare for and live in retirement. And now we're proud to be the official wealth management sponsor of the Uconn Huskies. Visit us at johnsonbrunetti.com and get free financial planning books and resources. Johnson Brunetti, retirement and investment specialists.
Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Power Station Events is the official production partner of the Uconn Huskies, the ultimate one-stop source featuring audio, video, lighting, staging, talented DJs and musicians, photography and videography, stunning decor and florals, and much more. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, we want to thank Uconn Nation as we look forward to the next 40 years. Visit us at powerstationevents.com and let us help you plan your next awesome event.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Connecticut. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Connecticut and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Connecticut.
Well, we're back where we began when the opening tip went up here at Lahaina Civic Center in the opener of the Maui Invitational. Uconn and Memphis tied at 40. And despite only 23 shots taken by Memphis, 36 taken by the Huskies, Memphis made up 8 points on the free throw line. Uconn did a nice job in those second chance points, 7-2. And the bench, Wayne, the bench saved Dan Hurley and this team in the first half. 29-8, they outscored Memphis.
Reed and Stewart having big first halves for the Huskies. We haven't talked about the Fires here from about 15 months or so ago, but it's huge for West Maui to get this tournament back to the Lahaina Civic Center. They moved it to Honolulu last year. This tournament draws about $24 million in economic benefit to the area. There's still a lot of people around here that are in bad shape after the fires killed, I think, a couple hundred people or so. By the way, I've had a lot of people ask me, what have you seen about the fire damage? We're north of that area. The Kanapali is a resort area. They were not affected by the fire, and we have not actually been down to see it. I've not seen any fire damage, but it's not too far from here. This arena was being used as a rescue center for the people. This arena survived the fires a little bit north of the fire range. They brought people here who were in trouble.
All right, Memphis inbounds the ball to start the second half. They get it to P.J. Haggerty. Fires it back left to Colby Rogers. They dump it down low to Tyrese Hunter working on Aiden Mahaney. And a foul is called on Mahaney. Hunter did a nice job at digging the left shoulder in, bumped him twice. On the third attempt, he was able to draw the foul.
Mahaney is the fourth Uconn player now with 2 fouls.
Get it back to Hunter, step back three, Hunter, and he hits. Off the inbound, 43-40, the lead for Memphis. You come back to the starting lineup. They had 3 guys with 2 out of the starters in the first half, got in trouble early. Here's Mahaney, picks up his dribble, nowhere to go, kicks it on the right wing to McNeely. McNeely, back to Mahaney, looks it over, starts to his right, kicks it down low to Johnson, and Johnson is fouled by Nicholas Jourdain. So the Huskies looking to maybe get themselves into the bonus. They couldn't get there in the first half. 16 fouls by Memphis.
Jourdain, the second Memphis player with 2 fouls.
All right, Solo ball gets into McNeely, gets it back. Solo turns and fires a 3 and buries it off the inbound. And Uconn ties it at 43, and that's his first basket of the afternoon.
Good setup by McNeely.
Now here comes Hunter, dribble penetration in the paint. Shot blocked by Caravan. It's loose. Hunter comes up with it. In the left corner, he tries a 3 and he missed it. And a rebound taken down by Cisse. Back to Carter for 3, no good. And Huskies able to rebound that one. Colby Rogers launched one quickly. We're tied at 43, minute 15 into the second half. Here's Mahaney between the rings, front court right. Huskies shoot with their own benches. Mahaney goes to the basket, cut off, gives the ball in the corner for three. Solo, back rim, no good. And rebounded by Memphis. Haggerty on a leak out to Jourdain, and he runs over Mahaney, and a foul is called. It's a charge. Oh, that's a 50-50 right there. Mahaney looked like he was inside that semicircle, but Pat Driscoll, the veteran official, I think he overruled the second official and made that call, and UConn gets possession.
So the only returning starter on this team, Jourdain, has picked up 2 fouls in the first minute and a half of the second half. He's got 3 now.
McNeely inbounds the ball in the backcourt. 18:20 to go in the ballgame. We're tied at 43. Here's Mahaney being hounded by Rogers. He gets it across the timeline, left to right. Aiden on the right sideline to McNeely. McNeely rips under, kicks it back outside of Sampson. Sampson starts to his right, and a little shovel pass to Ball. They fire to Caravan. Dribble penetration. Alex goes to the hoop, no good. Batted around. Here's Haggerty on a run out to Hunter, and he fires it up over Ball, but missed it. Rebounded by Mahaney. Outlet Ball. Ball to the front court on the left sideline. Holds. Looks down low, and he gets it to Samson Johnson. Johnson at the high post. Out of McNeely, who spins right, gives it up to Mahaney. Mahaney on the right wing, foul unextended. Now McNeely starts left, back to his right, being hounded by Haggerty. Goes to the basket, puts up a difficult shot, missed it, and rebounded by Memphis. Colby Rogers. Rogers goes down low to Cisse, working on Caravan, and a foul called on Alex. Wow. Cisse was determined to get a shot off, and he pounded Caravan pretty hard down there. Alex got it right in the chops, and he also got the foul call. That's adding insult to injury right there.
A couple of plays ago, I thought that Solo Ball did a terrific job challenging a shot by Hunter down low. And that Solo Ball, who got those 2 quick fouls in the first half, came very close to getting number 3. UConn had possession but couldn't score.
All right, Cisse misses the first free throw. 9 of 15 now by Memphis in the game. Came in a pretty good free throw shooting team, 76%.
Cisse began his career at Memphis and a few other places, and now he plays his senior year there.
He's been around, to say the least. Second one good. 44-43 Memphis, 17-15 left. Ball across the timeline. Now fires on the left sideline of Mahaney. Mahaney guarded closely, cuts to his right. Top of the arc, picked up on a switch. This time by Jourdain. They pump it to Ball, gets it down low to Johnson, and he is hacked by Haggerty. And Sampson being helped up by his teammates, Ball and Mahaney. So the third team foul, on Memphis. And they will go to Dania off the bench for Cisse, and also off the bench they bring in Baraka Okoji, the sophomore from Brampton, Ontario. Mahaney looking to inbound the ball, and he gets it out to Caravan on the right wing. Alex guarded there. Goes down low to Johnson on a pick and roll. Sampson lost it on the way up, regains it. Ducks inside and lays it in, but he's going to be called for a charge.
Put the shoulder down, pulling a China shop after doing a good job to contain that offensive rebound.
Now, Dan Hurley has a decision to make, and he makes it quickly. Sampson's got to come out.
3 fouls.
And Terrace Reed will come in.
Just UConn's third team foul of the game.
Huskies have not scored in 2:26. Memphis no field goals in the last 3 minutes.
Third turnover of the game.
And P.J. Haggerty across the timeline, working on Ball. Pull up, difficult shot, good. Oh, Haggerty's a big-time offensive player. He went right at Solo and knocked down a jumper. Double figures with 12. Here's Mahaney. Picks up the dribble. They give it to McNeely on the right sideline. Foul unextended. Back out front to Mahaney. Mahaney guard closely. Give it up to Reed on the high post. Aiden now to Caravan for 3. Alex missed it off the front rim right. Rebounded by Danger. 3-point lead from Memphis. 16-10 to go. Here's the drive against Mahaney by Okoji, and he kicks it back outside of Haggerty when he couldn't make things happen. Now they got a mismatch. Haggerty tried to blow by Caravan. He missed the layup. And rebound Caravan. Alex on a run out. All the way to the basket. Lost the dribble. Regains it. Kicks it back outside to Mahaney, and they start over. Mahaney with a crossover. Guarded closely by Jourdain along the baseline, and the ball intercepted. Off Terrace Reed and out of bounds. And we hit a timeout. A slow start to the second half after an offensive fireworks show in the first. Only 9 points scored in the first 4 minutes and 20 seconds by the two teams. Aiden Mahaney drives a Monaco Ford, and you can too. Visit MonacoFord.com. Visit Monaco Ford in Glastonbury and Niantic for current offers. Monaco, serving the Connecticut River Valley for 102 years. You're listening to Uconn Men's Basketball at the Maui Invitational on Learfield, presented by Brown Paint, Darris and Scott.
Are you traveling out of Bradley Airport and need a safe, reliable place to park your car? Trust your vehicle to Last Fly Off-Airport Parking, located on Route 75 in Windsor Locks. They have both valet and self-park options to fit any budget. Last Fly is open 24 hours a day and will get you to the airport on time every time. Join their loyalty program to earn points for free parking, and be sure to ask about their corporate discounts. Save 20% by pre-booking online at lazfly.com. Last Fly is the official parking company and a proud supporter of Uconn Athletics.
Uconn fans, when it comes to sports injuries, do you know where the Huskies go?
Uconn Health, Connecticut's public academic medical center. Our doctors advance research and train future generations of healthcare experts.
All while offering the latest in injury prevention, treatment, and performance improvement for athletes, for everyone.
When it comes to Uconn athletics, our physicians are their physicians and should be your physicians too.
Make their doctors your doctors.
Uconn Health. Learn more at health.uconn.edu.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear. Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
The Uconn Huskies are on the air. You're listening to Uconn Men's Basketball, presented by Key Bank. Now back to our broadcast location.
Uconn Basketball sponsored in part by Orthopedic Associates of Hartford. From sports injuries to leaf-raking injuries and everything in between. Make your move at OAHCT.com. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norton. Well, Huskies have been really challenged by this Memphis team. They're loaded with an entirely different team from last year. 13 new players.
Well, I beg to differ on the weather's been perfect. It did get cloudy yesterday afternoon here. The water's still wet. The water's still nice. I did. It kind of altered my plan for yesterday. Okay. I might add, too, that I'm the only one here wearing kind of an Hawaiian shirt. The other two guys have their blue Uconn Network shirts on. But, you know, we're in Maui. We're not at Gamble Pavilion here. I just want to hang you guys out to dry. Both teams shooting poorly here in the second half, and each made their first shot at 3 of the second half. Uconn hasn't made one since. They're 1 of 5 since halftime, and Memphis is 2 for 6, and that's where they've got the 3-point lead.
All right, so a little inbound the ball right in front of us here on the press row. Nicholas Jourdain hands it over to Baraka Okoji, and he is guarded by Ball. Front court left, Tyrese Hunter on the left wing, guarded by Diarra. He fires it right to P.J. Carter on the right sideline. Jourdain down low to Dania, who is walking everywhere, trying to work on Reed. He spins, and he lays it in. I mean, he shuffled 3 times. That wasn't even close.
He was so good in the second half. On Friday night, we talked about how good Uconn's bench has been. He's been a weapon off the bench.
Caravan for 3, and he buries it. A screen knocked down Nicholas Jourdain, and he's upset. But Caravan's triple, 5 minutes into the second half, gets Uconn back within 2. And Alex now has 9. Front court left. This is Okoji to Dania, who now kicks it in the far corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Reed. There's a 3-pointer attempted. 6 of 14 by Memphis. And Uconn will have the ball along the left sideline. The ball was deflected out of bounds. The two officials talking over. And they will inbound it, I believe, to Uconn in the corner in their front court.
You know, Coach Hurley lamented the fact that Alex Caravan only took 5 shots in the win against East Texas last Tuesday. He's only taken 8 shots in this game, just made it 3. All 3 of his field goals are 3-pointers. And it's been 6'7". Nicholas Jourdain has been the primary defender.
Working that left wing on Musa Cisse. They've got Danger Henry. Diarra between the circles. Hunter picks him up in a switch. And they go down low. Here's a steal by Hunter. Hunter brings it up left side. Lobbing down low. Too far for Cisse. Right through his hands. That's an unforced error in the U of M. And that'll be turnover number 8.
Got to be patient with the basketball sometimes.
That's just giving away a possession right there. Here's Stewart in the game for solo ball, and this is the kid. He's already got his career-high 14 in the first half. He'll give it to Diarra. He'll bring it up. Tigers don't pick him up till they get to the front court. Kochi's got him now. Up top to Reed with danger on him. Stops by the left elbow, looking for help behind him. McNeely driving down, putting it up, missing. Follow dunk by Stewart.
There he is, backside.
5 in a row by the Huskies. Koji into the front court. Penny's going to call a 30. That'll become a full. It's brought to you by ATC Fitness, the choice of fitness for Tiger fans for over 32 years. Come in today. You'll be treated like a VIP with 24-hour access to all 18 facilities across the Mid-South. ATC Fitness. Exercise your right to look good. We are tied again, 48-48 here in Maui. We'll take the break. Back in a minute. What a game on the Tigers' First Horizon Radio Network by Learfield.
Event Rentals by Hicks is celebrating over 30 years of service and is an official partner of the Memphis Tigers and Tiger Sports Properties. Event Rentals by Hicks can meet all of your party rental needs. Visit their website at hicksconventions.com or give them a call at 901-272-1171. That's 901-272-1171 or online at hicksconventions.com. Event Rentals by Hicks, serving the Mid-South since 1986.
State Farm agents Alicia Dumas, Misty Rosser-White, Joe Sario, Kevin White, and Jeff Herman are on the sidelines this Tiger Hoop season looking out for you and your family at home or on the go. These local agents are proud to support your hometown Memphis Tigers. That's State Farm agents Alicia Dumas, Misty Rosser-White, Joe Sario, Kevin White, and Jeff Herman. Here in Memphis and proud to support Coach Hardaway and Tiger basketball. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey everybody, this is Coach Penny Hardaway. Memphis is home to the greatest barbecue and basketball fans in America. I know a thing or two about both. When I want legendary slow-smoked hickory barbecue ribs, lean pulled pork, and by the way, the best hand-breaded farm-raised Delta catfish, I will bring my family into Corky's. If I'm in a hurry and got to get back to the family, friends, or team, I just zip through the drive-thru. Make sure to always check out the daily specials and tell them Penny sent you.
Corky's barbecue.
What a game. The Tigers and the Huskies, 10 ties, 5 lead changes. Memphis has had the lead 15-51. Uconn only 3-23, but they keep on coming back in this one. We're tied at 48 at the moment. Their bench is the real reason why. 2 guys in particular, Terrace Reed and Jalen Stewart. His average playing only 13 minutes. I got a feeling he's going to play more in this game. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the celebrations this year, whether you're buying or selling tickets. SeatGeek's the place to do it. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of Memphis Athletics. Expect the expected at SeatGeek.
Tigers with 15 points off fast breaks before Uconn, but again, you go the other reverse in the paint, 26-16 in favor of the Huskies.
And you go those 8 turnovers by the Tigers, 13-6 Uconn on the plus side there.
And Uconn 9 offensive rebounds up to this point.
Haggerty and Hunter both with 12. It's been Reed who's been leading the way. Tigers get the ball inbounded. Okoji's going to bring it up. Haggerty's back in the game. They set a screen. He gets it between the circles to work on the freshman McNeely. Holds the ball down to 15. They go to Hunter. Hunter into the paint. Drives, puts it up. Air ball. Rebounded by Diarra. Diarra up ahead for Stewart, and this one goes out of bounds off of Haggerty. Wow.
Yeah, he looked like he touched it.
Jourdain comes back in. I'll tell you, Jourdain, if you just look at his numbers, Nicholas, 2 points, 4 rebounds, does have an assist. He's plus 10. That's the best plus minus of anybody on the floor. Inbound, the big man Reed hands the ball way out on the left wing to Diarra. Hunter crowds him to the top of the key. We're tied at 48 with 13.5 to go in the game. Diarra working the right side. Gets picked up in a switch by Okogie that go pick and roll. And as Reed was going up, somehow he lost the ball and he kicked it out of bounds. That'll be their 6th turnover in the game. Tiger basketball, yeah.
It was there, too, and he just mishandled it.
That's a break for the Tigers, tied at 48. They get it right back as Haggerty brings it up. Haggerty, Hunter, Jourdain, Danger in there. Here's Haggerty to the left block, and he traveled. He thought he got shoved. Pat Driscoll says no, and I don't think he did. I think he just missed that.
Yeah, too anxious there. I think he was trying to do something else and didn't put it down.
Caravan gets it into Diarra, and Diarra will pick it up. Tiger fans are standing on the other side cheering. Here is McNeely. Works that right arc. In the middle to Reed. Left side Diarra. Has not scored in the game yet. Holds the ball down to 15 on the shot clock. Now backs up near the left timeline. Going to work on Hunter. Gets picked up at a switch by Danger. Crossover dribble into the paint. Got bumped. Here's McNeely. Got a loose ball. It's held. Jump all. 2 on the clock. It will be Uconn's ball. The Tigers will get the arrow from here on out.
Something quick here. They're going to try to
2 seconds on the clock. Tied at 48, 12:42 to go in the game.
Set a screen and pop somebody open here.
McNeely comes way out to Diarra. He goes back to McNeely with 1 on the clock. Fires a shot. Won't go. It didn't hit anything. That'll be a shot clock violation. And 2 turnovers in a row on Uconn.
Well, they got the shot. He just didn't hit anything with it.
He did. And McNeely's coming out of the game.
He's having a rough day, too.
Scored the first bucket in the game and has not scored since. 12:38 to go, 48 all. Tigers are going to look at pressure. So they bring Hunter back into the court, and now we've got a stoppage, and we're looking at something. Oh, they're going to look to see if indeed that hit the rim. It may have, Matt.
I didn't think it hit it, but where's my eyesight's
We're about to find out. Tiger Basketball brought to you by Precision Door Service. For all your garage door service and installation needs, call the pros at Precision Door Service, a huge Tiger fans. And they boast a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. When it's time to repair your broken garage door, remember they fix doors right at Precision Door Services.
It did not hit the rim.
And the officials got it right. They went back, they looked at the monitor. It's a shot clock violation, which means turnover number 7. The 5th in this half on the Uconn Huskies. Tied at 48 still. Here's pressure on the Tigers. They get it into Colby Rogers. He's got Caravan on him. They're trying to deny Haggerty of getting it. They don't. He got it. They all drop back, and he brings it up on Jaden Ross. Between the circles. Now Danger comes out. Sets a pick. They could have gone pick and roll. They couldn't find it, so they go to Hunter. Hunter right side. Fakes on Diarra to the right elbow. Stopping, popping, and drilling it.
Well, there's that quickness of Hunter. Stopping on a dime. Fadeaway jumper. Hard to defend that.
50-48. Tigers by 2. 12:05 remaining in the game. Uconn and Caravan slides it left side. Got it to Stewart. Now to Diarra with Hunter on him left arc. Into the corner. Here comes a 3. Way short. Rebound Haggerty. Off and running. Way up ahead for Jourdain. Runs, catches, dunks.
Well, he pulled away. Uses speed against Reed to get behind him.
52-48. Tigers by 4 and a timeout called with 11:40 to go in the game by Danny Hurley. This should become a full. It's a 30, but it's a full. Planning to drink, don't plan to drive. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office reminds you fans, don't let fans drive drunk. Down to the last 11:40, and the Tigers have a 4-point lead over defending champion Uconn. 52-48, but a lot of time to go here in Maui on the Tigers' First Horizon Radio Network by Learfield.
Get out there and have some fun in a new Toyota with more all-wheel drive choices like the best-selling RAV4. Now through December 2nd, Get 4.99 APR financing on a new 24 RAV4 or RAV4 hybrid. Or lease a gas-powered RAV4 LE for $309 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details. Or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Bartlett Home Furnishing is proud to sponsor Memphis Tigers basketball this season. They have been family-owned and operated here in Memphis since 1974 and are proud to celebrate their 50th anniversary. They sell the best brands in the industry, including Stickley and Stressless. Go check them out at 2755 Bartlett Boulevard or online at BartlettHomeFurnishingMemphis.com. True blue Tiger supporters, Bartlett Home Furnishings is the only furniture store you will ever need.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My check engine light's on?
That could hurt your gas mileage. The AutoZone free Fix Finder service can help find the fix for free.
Get in the zone.
This whole report for free?
That's right, printed and on your phone for free.
Get in the zone.
But what if the fix is too tough?
We'll recommend a local shop. Fix Finder, only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
(52-48) Tigers, 11:40 to go here in the first game in Maui. It's brought to you by Shelter Insurance. Put Shelter on your team for all your insurance needs. You'll be glad you did. You can find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. You get a free personal protection review. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Interesting start of this second half. Tigers again starting aggressively. Got a couple turnovers by Uconn. And I was just talking to you during the timeout. I'm not sure Uconn has a point guard in this team. They've tried two guys today. Neither one of them have actually handled the ball very well or played very good defense. So if you don't have point guard, you look over and you got Hunter over by the Tigers. He's pretty good.
Now their assist leader at this point is Alex Caravan with 3, and the guy that you're talking about mainly is Mahaney, who does have a couple of assists, but he has trouble scoring. He's 1 for 5, and frankly, the Tigers have picked on him.
They have gone at it, no question about it.
Side
Absolutely.
Tigers defense have limited the Huskies. They are 3 of 10. The Tigers 5 of 11 in the second half. Tigers now shooting 6 of 14 from three-point range. 43%.
Well, they're unhappy with the VR, and here is Mahaney back in, so they're going back to him to see if he can control things. Here's a gate set up, line set here, just to get it in.
Ross will inbound the ball, and they go all the way in the backcourt to Solo Ball. He's hit a 3 in this half. He was shut out in the first. He brings it up on Haggerty. Hand off to Ross, and in the middle, they go right back to Mahaney, and not a ball, Solo Ball to Caravan, and down low they worked it to Reed, up and in and 1, and if it's on Danger, it's 3. If it's on Nicholas, it's 4. I'm not 100% certain who they called this one on. If it's Jordan, he's got 4. It'll get Reed, who just scored to the line. His career high is 20. He's already got 15, and the free throw is good. Actually, now that's a three-point play. He's got 18, 52-51. Here come the Tigers and Hunter. Into the front court. Bounce past Danger. Right elbow. Right back to Hunter. They give him the 3. He's taking the 3. He burns him!
Well, Mahaney lost him on the screen. Couldn't get back to him to contest it.
55-51, 11 minutes to go in the game as Mahaney brings the ball up on Hunter into the front court. Handoff right side to Ross. In the middle of the ball. Ball right back to Mahaney. Left-hand dribble, top of the key, finds Caravan. Quick 3 over Danger, won't go. Rebound, knocked around. Reed got another one. To Mahaney. He's firing a 3. He finally has got a second.
Reed kept it alive. Second opportunity.
55-54. Here's the Tigers in danger. Dribbles down low, almost lost the ball. Works on Reed. Turns to his left, makes a move. Left hand, rimming, got it.
What the hell was going to come out there for a second?
57-54. Tigers by 3 as Mahaney brings it into the front court, works the right side. 10-18 to go in the game. Left-hand dribble Mahaney. Back to Karabakh. He's firing a deep 3. No! And they're going to call a foul on Jourdain. He fell into Jourdain. Wow.
That's a bad break there.
So that's the 4th on Jourdain. By the way, the other foul, I believe, was on Haggerty, who's got 3. 3 free throws for Caravan. Wow.
Pretty good free throw shooter on the year, too.
The Tigers, by the way, 10 of 16 from the line. They're 1 of 3, so they haven't really gotten the beneficiary of all those. First one on the way is good. That gives 10 points to Caravan, who averages 16. 57-55, second one on the way and good. 57-56. And one more for the redshirt junior. This to tie again. It'll be tie number 11 on the way. Got it. 57 all. 10-10 to go. Here's Haggerty into the front court. One-on-one with ball. Into the hole. Turns to his left. Off glass. Yes, sir. Haggerty and Hunter putting on a show. 59-57 Tigers. Caravan into the front court, left side, working on Colby Rogers. Goes in the middle to Mahaney. Boy, he's trying to get the ball to Reed. Finally does. Danger's on him by the right arc. Right back in the middle between the circles, Mahaney, now to Caravan. Caravan starts to drive, nothing there. Up top, Mahaney, right back to Caravan. Starts to drive, right side, ball drives down, hits the back of the backcourt. There's contact made underneath, and the call against Memphis. It's on Danger.
Came with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Tremendous pass, though, by Caravan there to get it to his teammate.
That is 3 on Dane Danger. And the foul's starting to mount up. Here is Ball to the line, 7 of 10 on the year, getting 2. Just hit his first bucket in the game earlier in this half. It was a 3.
And not a great free throw shooting team, 7th in the Big East.
First one on the way, misses. Yeah, they only shoot 71%. One more coming for the sophomore. Went to Brewster Academy, originally from Leesburg, Virginia, on the way and good. 59-58.
Wow, he's taking Reed out of the game. I'm happy to see that.
I'm with you. So Sam Johnson will come in. I believe Johnson does have 3. Tigers will give it to Hunter. He'll bring it up. Rogers and Haggerty in the game with Carter, and they get it to Haggerty. Low blocks. He goes into the paint, and finally the Tigers get a call. That'll be just the 4th. Tigers with 6 already. And they call that on Ball. He's got 3. It'll be an inbound with a new 20 for the U of M. Leading by 1. Haggerty will pull the trigger. Only one big at CC. They go right into Hunter. He puts it up and draws the foul on Mahaney. So Mahaney's going to have 3. That'll be 4, and Hunter's going to get 2 free throws. Hunter tonight 0 for 2 from the line.
That was a close call there, but he posted him up right in the lane.
Hunter has hit 5 threes in this game, 17 points. Doesn't have a free throw, 0 for 2, but normally an 82% free throw shooter. First one on the way, bottom. Tigers are in the 60s. 60-58 and one more for Tyrese. Came in averaging 13 and a third. He's surpassed that today. Second one, rainbow, perfect. 61-58, 3-point lead for Memphis. Here comes Uconn and Mahaney. Works on Hunter. Gets into the front court with a lot of time to spare to McNeely, and the freshman has it between the circles. Left side, Caravan. Back to McNeely. Starts to drive down. Right side, Mahaney. Here's a 3. Won't go. Rebound, Johnson. Lost the ball. Loose on the floor. Picked up by the Tigers, and Haggerty thought about running. Waits now for everybody else. Into the front court. Stutter step. Going to the hole. Puts it up. Nobody draws the foul on Solo Ball. That'll be his fourth. 2 free throws coming for Haggerty.
Yeah, Ball having a tough time guarding Haggerty.
Haggerty in the game. 6 of 8 from the line. PJ's got 14 in the game. 2 coming his way. The Tigers up 3, 61-58. Stewart in. He was the hot hand. No, it's not.
No, it's 16 fouls.
Free
both
throw.
teams, yeah.
Inbound. Cisse gets it to Hunter. He's trying to 3 left side. Got it and won! Oh my, what a show! 6 threes in the game for Hunter. And a free throw coming, and the Tigers equal their biggest lead, 64-58.
Mahaney's going to go out. He just can't guard him.
Diarra comes back in. Now both teams with 16 fouls. And here's Hunter to complete a 4-point play.
He's certainly made the difference.
It would give the Tigers their biggest lead with 8:47 remaining in the game. Free throw on the way. Swish!
Hunter has certainly been the difference today, no question.
65-58, Tigers by 7. Diarra, now the point guard, brings it up on Hunter. Gets into the front court, a little bump, and works to the right side. They find Stewart, and Haggerty stole it, and a foul is called on Haggerty. So he's got 4 now. Oh my, that was in the open court, and that looked pretty clean. So that's the 7th, and that'll get Stewart for a 1-and-1. He's only shot 1 free throw this year, and he made it. Wow, that was so close to a steal, and it would have been 2, because it would have been 2-0.
Yeah,
1-and-1 for Stewart. That is a huge whistle for sure. Stewart, first one. No. And the ball knocked out of bounds by, I think, the freshman McNeely. There were a couple of white shirts down there. Tigers are going to get it right back. Up 65-58, but with 8:34 to go, Haggerty's got 4 fouls.
Yeah, you got to kind of milk it to the end here. Jourdain also in foul trouble.
And he's got 4 fouls coming in, and they're going to rest Haggerty for a little bit. It'll be up to Hunter now, I guess, to really take on the load, and Hunter is going to inbound the ball. Looks at Carter, got it to Carter. They start to double Carter. He gives it right to Hunter. Now everybody drops back, and Hunter brings it up on Diarra. Hunter into the front court right in front of us on the left wing. And almost had it stolen away by Diarra. Carter sets a nice pick for him. He's deep 3 on the way, rimming. Got it! Oh my! They can't stop Hunter! And the Tigers lead by double digits, 68-58. Here's Diarra into the front court. He's going to call a timeout. It'll be a 30. Hunter's walking over here, and he's just saying, I'm playing good. I'm not sure exactly what he's saying, but it's something like that.
We'll say that's what it is.
The Tennessee Highway Patrol, they're looking for community-oriented individuals with a passion for helping people to help fill several positions within the Memphis district. They offer an excellent benefit package with salary starting at $66,960, basically $67,000 a year, and you get an extra $10,000 if you're assigned to Shelby County. Visit their social media pages at Tennessee Highway Patrol, TN Highway Patrol, or visit tn.gov/safety. You will learn more. We are taking a we'll take the break. Memphis by 10, 8:09 to go in the game on the First Horizon Tiger Radio Network by Learfield.
Looking to make your day sweeter? Stop by any of Crumble's 4 Memphis area locations today and enjoy a cookie. Crumble offers a weekly rotating menu with over 250 flavors, so you'll want to visit next week too. Ordering your favorite Crumble cookies is easier than ever. Simply open the Crumble app and choose in-store pickup, delivery, or convenient curbside pickup. And the best part, all Crumble cookies are made fresh daily, so you can see and smell cookies when you walk in the store. Try this week's cookies at Crumble's 4 Memphis area locations.
Trucks belong on the road, not in the shop. That's our priority at Tag Truck Center, keeping your truck on the road because we know at the end of the day, the miles matter. Whether you need reliable parts, quick expert service repairs, or unbeatable truck sales, we have a solution for you. Trust Tag Truck Center to keep your truck where it belongs. on the road. Visit our Memphis dealership today at 4450 American Way or call us at 901-345-5633 for parts, service, and sales that keep you moving.
Pella is proud to partner with the Memphis Tigers this athletic season. Just like the Tigers are the #1 college brand in Memphis, Pella is rated #1 by Memphis homeowners as the most trusted window brand. To learn more about the most trusted window brand in Memphis, give them a call at 901-316-0166 or visit their showroom at 3092 Village Shops Drive in Germantown. Pella, the most preferred window brand by homeowners in Memphis. All claims are based on a 2022 survey of leading window brands among homeowners.
Yes, the Tigers, in the midst of an 11-1 run, have made this a 10-point game, 68-58 with 8:09 remaining. It's brought to you by Billy Hardwick's, the premier bowling destination located in the heart of East Memphis. Billy Hardwick's the perfect spot for your corporate outing or for family fun. They are the family place. They are Billy Hardwick's Bowling. Well, man, up 10, 8:08 to go. Wow.
Yeah, you just got to play it out now and stay within yourself, but Hunter is just having a tremendous game today.
Caravan will inbound the ball at midcourt to Diarra on the right wing, and Huskies will go to work. They get it to McNeely, top of the key. He sends it to Caravan left side. They lob down low for Johnson. He goes over the wild shot and draws the foul on Cisse. So for Musa, he has picked up his, they call that a Jourdain? Wow. I think they got that wrong.
They must have.
I thought it was on Cisse. And now they're going to double check.
Yeah, they're going to look at it. That's right.
That was absolutely on Musa.
Well, they found the right guy, probably.
Yeah. Well, one of two in the year, and he's not scored
very much.
Anything.
At the free throw line.
And they
well, they haven't said anything, so.
Jourdain's out.
He's out. I guess he's out.
Wow. Man. So that's it for Nicholas. And here's Johnson to shoot two. First one of the way, and his first point in the game. 68-59.
The law of averages, partner, says he shouldn't hit this one, but we'll see.
It's on the way.
But he got it. Oh, well.
Not so much for the law there. 68-60.
That didn't work out, did it?
I remember it was a 10-point lead when Jourdain picks up that fifth. Free throws made. Here come the Tigers. Bunch of young kids from Maui, middle schoolers, wiping up the sweat with towels. Now the Tigers will inbound it. Here's Hunter running the baseline and gets it right into Colby Rogers. Haggerty is in, playing these final 7 minutes and 50 seconds with 4 fouls. Well, here's Colby Rogers, works the right side. He's going to take an arching three, won't go. Rebound, Cisse, knocked away from him, picked up by Hunter. Hunter working on Diarra, down to 18 on the shot clock, now to Haggerty. Haggerty has Caravan on him, works between the circles, still on the dribble, gets a pick from Cisse, crossover, hesitates to the paint, circus shot put up, no. Cisse got the rebound and a foul on the floor. It will be on Uconn.
I think Diarra got him behind, looked like.
It is Diarra. And that's his first, 7:25 to go. That'll get Cisse to the line. Musa, one of two today in the game. 60% coming in. Got a bunch of rebounds in this game. First one on the way. Swisheroo! And the Tigers are now 14 of 20 from the stripe. Cisse, 6 rebounds in the game.
Okay, now they're warning Cisse. He pushed one of the Uconn players, and they're warning him, don't do it again.
It was Diarra who was trying to block out, and he's just smiling at Pat Driscoll. Back to a 9-point lead. 69-60. One more for Musa on the way. Front iron, no. Rebound, P.J. Carter. They both go to the ground. Arrows going to the Tigers. That's some hustle right there. And the Tiger fans all standing on the other side, giving P.J. Carter a round of applause of appreciation. You know, it's funny. It should have been 29 on the clock. Goes to 20. Here's the inbound. It's to Cisse. Got it to Haggerty. Haggerty driving to the hole. Has McNeely on him. Gets inside. Puts it off glass. Won't go. Tipped around by Cisse. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Reed. He gets it to Caravan. Caravan finds Sierra. Here come the Huskies into the front court with 7:10 to go. Memphis by 9. Reed, big man, gives it up. Gives it to Stewart. Stewart works on Diarra. They go down low, and here's Reed putting it up. No! And is it a charge? It's a charge call on Uconn. Okay. It's on Reed.
Danny Hurley's going to absolutely go berserk. Wow, that's a big call there.
And he's going to get another. He's already got one tee in this game. The Memphis fans are telling Pat Driscoll, pull that tee. And they're going to the monitor.
Take a look at it here again.
How can you change that? That's a block charge call. Yeah, I can see Assistant Athletic Director Tim Duncan. He's going, how can you be checking this out? Gives us the opportunity to remind you, Chick-fil-A's got so many Mid-South area restaurants, and they're all now partners of the Tigers, ready to help you get ready for game day. Add chicken to your roster. Feel like a champ. You can order through the Chick-fil-A app and pick them up at your local restaurant. It's more time to cheer, less time ordering if you do it through the app at Chick-fil-A.
This is interesting.
I don't understand what you could be looking at here. And they didn't change any charge block foul call yet in this game. This would be an interesting precedent when it really matters here. 7 minutes to go and the Tigers up 9.
A big decision here to see what happens.
Well, at the moment, it's Pat Driscoll and Steven Anderson looking. Scott Brown's already seen whatever he needed to see. 69-60 U of M. And this is sort of different. I've never seen a monitor check on a block charge. Have you?
It's kind of, no, that's different. I don't understand that one, but.
Still waiting. Oh, those Tiger fans have they got to need to rest later. Now here, they got their decision. They're discussing it amongst the three. And we'll see what happens. Jourdain already out of the game. Haggerty's playing with 4. He is out on the floor. Carter's already made a big play. Grabbed the ball to get an arrow the Tigers' way. Uconn's got it now. And these three officials continue to discuss this. Steven Anderson is coming over to tell ESPN it was a charge. Yeah. It's Tiger basketball.
That's what we thought, but I don't know.
I guess Danny Hurley, because he's won 2 titles, gets the benefit of every review.
And they didn't win this one.
Out comes Rogers, Haggerty, Carter, Hunter, and Musa Cisse. And the inbound comes to Hunter. Underneath to Haggerty. He's going to bring it up on ball. They all drop back. Tigers lead it. 6:52 to go. They're up 9. Bounce pass. It's Cisse, left elbow. Looks for Hunter. Can't go there. Still waiting for somebody to open up. It's Rogers. Rogers driving down. Kicks it right side. Haggerty. Haggerty steps back. 3 on the way. Yes! The Tigers by 12!
And they did not go and close him out. And there's the 3.
72-60. 6.5 to go in the game. And underneath, away from the ball, Steven Anderson with another call. It's on Caravan. That is 2 on Alex Caravan. That's 10 on the team. It's an offensive foul.
And the Tigers in a row, Wolo.
Inbound the ball to Hunter. Wow. 6:20 to go in the game. Memphis possession. They're up by 12. There's Haggerty in the front court playing with 4 fouls. Gets a double pick. Moves between the circles to work on Caravan. 13 on the clock. Step back three on the way. That one rims out. Rebound knocked around. Foul on the floor. It's on Uconn. It's going to be on Reed. I believe he's got 4 with 6:06 to go. Yep. Well, they've got him with 3. I had him with more. So here's Cisse. This will be 2 free throws. He's hit 2 of 4 tonight. First one on the way, back iron out. One more coming. 72-60. The Tigers enjoying their biggest lead of the game with 6:06 still to go. One more for Musa on the way, and he's 500 today again, and the Tigers lead by 13, 73-60. Uconn with the ball, and Ball has it. Their point guard brings it into the front court and works the right side, gives it to Reed, right back to Ball. Cisse picks him up, they go pick and roll down low. 2 Tigers barely miss stealing it, and a dunk for Reed. He's equaled his career high. He's got 20. 73-62. Tigers. 5:40 to go. Hunter has it right in front of us, left side, and gives the ball with a high pass to Haggerty. Right back to Hunter. Zone by Uconn. Hunter gets it right back. Left corner. Here's Rogers. Here's a 3. No, and a foul on Reed. Now he's got 4. Colby Rogers is going to get 3 free throws.
And that's a good sign.
He's 3 of 4 from the line tonight. 9. He hasn't scored in this half. 73-62, U of M. 5:26 remaining in the game. Man, first one on the way. Nothing but the bottom. 74-62. Makes this, and you equal the biggest lead of the night. On the way, front iron wouldn't go. Going to get one more. Try to make it a 13-point game again. 74-62 at the moment. Colby on the way. Yes, sir. 2 of 3. 75-62. Tigers by 13. 5:24 remaining. Here's Diarra. Getting the ball, right side, brings it into the front court, hands it to McNeely. McNeely starts to drive, hands it there to Diarra. Diarra, left-hand dribble to the top of the key, switches to the right hand, gives the ball to McNeely. Gets a pick, little pick and roll. Reed starts to drive down, goes up and dunks. They don't have an answer for him.
And that guy's had a whale of a game off the bench.
75-64.
We'll try to trap here. Tigers will handle it.
Rogers got it right to Haggerty. He's going straight to the hole. Tried to kick it to the corner. Caravan knocked it out of bounds. 4:51 remaining. Memphis by 11. 19 on the shot clock.
Better serve to keep the ball and come back out with it.
Haggerty's going to inbound it. They're going to bring Danger into the game. And P.J. Carter will get a breather. And they go right to Danger. Fakes, giving it right back. Spins on Reed. Takes him in the paint. Almost walk. Turns, fires. Great defense. It was blocked by Reed. Reed will bring it up. He's the biggest factor in this game. Reed brings it into the front court. Almost walk. Trying to get it hard to Diarra. Finally gets it. Caravan center circle. 17 on the shot clock. 4.5 to go in the game. Memphis by 11. Here's Caravan. Picked up by Danger in a switch. Right side McNeely. With Rogers on him, not a ball, deep, 3 on the way, won't go, rebound, Cisse holding the ball, 4:13 to go in the game, Memphis by 11, here's Haggerty into the front court, taking your time, they're playing that 1-3-1 trap zone, Haggerty knows it, works top of the key, goes inside, Danger, left hand, got it!
He got away from Reed, he really couldn't challenge the shot, he's in foul trouble.
77-64, under 4 to go, the Tigers by 13. Here's Diarra, works inside, driving down, puts it up, won't go. Rebound, Danger had it, lost it, loose on the floor, picked up by Uconn. They get it to Caravan left wing. McNeely in the middle. Right back to Caravan, deep 3 on the way. God, he got a beauty.
Man, that was a long distance 3.
77-67, 3.5 to go in the game. as Hunter brings it up, slides it to the right side with a rainbow pass to Haggerty. Haggerty's got it, gets inside ball, starts to the hole, gets two up, gets the driving miss, but will draw the foul.
Well, he is a master at drawing fouls in the lane.
He's going to get two here with 3:18 to go, and the Tigers up 10, 77-67. It's brought to you by the Eflin Insurance Group, a nationwide insurance partner that's dedicated to providing insurance solutions to our policyholders and the entire community. That's the Eflin Insurance Group. We got 3:18 to go. The Tigers up by 10. Haggerty the line when we return to Maui on the Tigers First Horizon Radio Network by Learfield.
Hey guys, are you tired of the bathroom breaks ruining your game day? Does your prostate think it's in overtime? Get back in the game with the VIP Prostate Team. Do you feel like your prostate is calling the shots these days? BPH happens to all of us at some point, but that doesn't mean you have to sit out the game. Our team of doctors can treat BPH and keep you in the game until the final whistle. Call 901-747-1007 or visit VIPprostate.com. Go Tigers, go!
Gear up for game day with a hearty win from Jack's. Score big with our hand-breaded chicken fingers and mouth-watering fried chicken, served with scratch-made biscuits and a spread of tasty sides. Jack's Catering is perfect for feeding the whole crew while you cheer on your team. Whether it's a game watch or a gathering with your family, we've got the flavors that everyone loves. Visit us at eatatjacks.com or download the Jack's app to start your catering order today. Jack's, all about the South.
Crylike Realtors is proud to be the official real estate company of the University of Memphis Tigers. If you're thinking of making a move and need expert advice, be sure to contact the trusted market leader and one of the official realtors of the Memphis Tigers. Brian Lurie, Judy McClellan, Logan Scheit, Leslie Zarshanes, C. Lauren Jones, and Crylike Insurance. When life tackles you, we've got you covered. Crylike, all under one roof. Visit GoTigersGo.com/realtor to learn more about these proud supporters of the University of Memphis Tigers.
Biggest lead the Tigers had was 13. It's down to 10. 3 minutes, 18 seconds remaining here. Can the Tigers upset the defending champion Huskies? Brought to you by Bartlett Home Furnishings. They are proud to sponsor the Tigers. They are celebrating their 50th anniversary in the business this year. You can check out all the savings and the great selections. That's BartlettHomeFurnishings.Memphis.com. Bartlett Home Furnishings, it's the only furniture store you'll ever need. Haggerty to the line to shoot two. The Tigers, 17 of 26, 65% from the line. PJ's first one on the way, rimming and going. Back to 11. Haggerty, 18 points now, 7 of 9 from the line, and one more coming to make it a 12-point lead on the way. Nothing but nylon. 79-67, Tigers by 12. Diarra with 3:10 in the game enters the front court. Works the right side on Hunter. Now to McNeely up top. They slide it left corner to Ball. He drives in, back to McNeely, gets Musa Cisse in the air, is cut off by Haggerty. They work it right side. Here's Diarra into the paint. A touch foul going to be called on Musa Cisse. So that is 9 on the U of M. That is actually the first foul on Musa. And that will get Diarra to the line with a 1-and-1. It's the last 1-and-1 of the game. Diarra 5 of 7 on the year. Has not scored in the ball game yet. Memphis by 11. 2:55 to go. Free throw halfway down, out, and then in. Wow, dramatic. 79-68. He's going to get one more. He's the young man from Queens, 5th year, transferred from A&M. Second one on the way, right down the middle. 79-69. And they bring Ross into the game. Ball is going to leave. Tigers have Cisse, P.J. Carter back in the game with Haggerty and Rogers. And they inbound it, and Hunter, who gets the ball. They try to double him. They get it to Haggerty. Tigers attack. Here comes Memphis. Haggerty was going to lob it into Cisse. Johnson went up and blocked it. Diarra up quick. Caravan, right corner, Ross. Back to Diarra. Thought about the three, couldn't do it. Back out to Caravan. 10-point game, 2:35 to go. Here's Caravan driving down, kicking it left corner. McNeely a three, and he got it.
That's the second basket of the game. It's really a big one because he hadn't done much up to then.
79-72. Tigers by 7, 2:20 to go in the game. Here's Rogers. Got it in to Hunter. Hunter taking his time. Tigers could buy a bucket here. It would come in handy. The Haggerty on the right side. Haggerty was going to lob the Cisse that last time. If he brought it out and taken time, it would have served him better. Here's Haggerty clearing his way. Got into the paint. Fires over McNeely. Rimming, no. Caravan the rebound. Here comes Uconn. Diarra into the front court. Gives the ball to McNeely. Deep three. Yes! Wow!
You got to find him in the open court. I know he struggled, but you got to find him.
79-75. Here's Hunter in the corner. Bringing the ball up. We're down to 1:42. Hunter looks over at Penny and a 30-second timeout call. And the Connecticut fans are on their feet now. Folks, you can see your Toyota dealer now for an exciting new Toyota Camry. That's America's best-selling car with new vehicles arriving daily. All you got to do is check out all the Toyota offers by going to buyatoyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places. Well, this has become a little bit more dramatic than you would have liked. Tigers led 79-69, and 2 threes in a row by McNeely. The freshman have made this a game. 4-point difference, 1:38 to go, 20 on the shot clock for the Tigers.
Well, on the scouting report, they tell you who the shooters are. You get, regardless of how they've been up to this point, in the open court, you have to find them in a game like this because you know that's what they have to do is to take open threes. You know where the shooters are. You have to go out and close them on the perimeter. But they were not easy shots, though. Those were difficult shots. They just hit them. But still, minute 38, you're in good shape. Get the ball in bounds and make them foul. You put you on the free throw line.
Tigers' biggest lead in this game was 13. You knew in your heart that Danny Hurley's teams were not going to quit. Even down 13, even though it was 11 just a minute ago or so. But now the Tigers have to execute. They will bring out Danger, Hunter, Carter, Rogers, and Haggerty. With the ball in Haggerty's hands is always a good way to go.
It is. And he can draw fouls. He's a good free throw shooter. But I'm going to get it to Hunter in some capacity to set him up because he is on today.
Johnson, who made a big play when the Tigers, I thought, should have brought the ball back on a block of a lob, comes out with McNeely, Ross, Caravan, and here's the inbound. It's
Tigers the horns
to Haggerty. They do. They can stack them on the elbows. 10 seconds on the clock. Haggerty works from the top of the key all the way down, puts it up. Nobody draws the foul. I think it's going to be on Johnson. He's close to getting a tee. And he's picked up his fourth. And that with 1:23 to go in the game, we'll get Haggerty to the line to shoot 2. He just hit 2 in a row.
The big thing, Dave, now, you got to go to the three-point line. Now, you don't want to trade 2 for 3 in this. You've got to guard the three-point line and find the shooters on the other end.
1:23 to go, 4-point game. Haggerty's first on the way, rimming out. It stays a 4-point game. DJ looks over at the bench. Penny's clapping his hands. Don't worry about that one, he says. DJ will get one more. He's been brilliant from the line. Taking his time. On the way. Perfect. 1 of 2. 80-72. Tigers have scored 40 in both halves. Okoji comes into the game for defensive purposes. And to guard that three-point line, Cisse stays into Diarra. Brings it up on Okoji. 1:18 to go in the game as he enters the front court. They send it into the corner. And Johnson, a bullet pass down low. Caravan lays it up and in.
Yeah, they're going to pick and roll off of it. They're going to take the 2.
80-77. Okoji gets the ball. He's bringing it up into the front court. 56 seconds left to go in the game. The Tiger lead is 3. Okoji tried to get the ball to Haggerty, finally does. He holds it, center circle. Down to 12 on the shot clock. Haggerty one-on-one with Ross. Takes him down, puts it up, won't go, but he drew the foul on Ross. 2 free throws, Haggerty.
That wasn't much for a foul. I don't know. I don't have to defender what you do. I mean, you're there and just collision.
So for Ross, that's his second. 2, and the Tigers need them both. They're up by 3 with 41.2 to go. First one, yes, sir. 21 for PJ now.
They got ball back in, a 3-point shooter.
Cisse stays out there. Rogers, Hunter, Haggerty, second one. Yes, sir. Made them both. 82-77 with 41.2 to go. Into Caravan, now to Diarra. On the run. Right side, starts to drive down. Leaves it inside for Johnson. Fumble the ball, walk. Didn't get it called. Has to give it to Diarra. He brings it back out. Caravan gives it to Diarra, taking a deep 3. No. Rebound. Tipped around. Haggerty tried to get it. We've got a lot of contact and a foul. It's on Haggerty. That's it. He's out. His 5th. Second Tiger to foul out of the game with 24.2 to go. Man, they were both going for the ball. That was a tough call. So Diarra's going to get 2 free throws here with 24.2 to go. Can the Tigers hold on to this? They're going to have to make free throws. They're going to have to get the ball in, and Haggerty's not going to be around. The guy that's going to replace him is P.J. Carter.
Well, obviously now you get that ball to Hunter in this situation. He's the guy you want with the ball in his hands. 24.2 to go.
First off, Diarra's got to make free throws. He's 2 of 2 in the game. 71% free throw shooter on the year coming in. Misses 1. It's a 2-possession game.
Big
First
free
one
throws here.
on the way. Rattles home. Some pressure free throws for sure. 72-78. This makes it a one-possession game.
You're right, Dave. One-possession game, and this is the big one here.
Cisse pounced and ready to rebound. They got Rogers underneath on the other side. Diarra's second on the way. Got it.
Now protect the ball here. Do not turn it over.
82-79.
Got to get it to Hunter some way.
Rogers will inbound it. They're trying to get it to him. They got it to him. Right back to Rogers. Now to Okogie. Okogie fakes. It's to Hunter. And Hunter gets the ball. Saves it. Got it to Rogers. And the Tigers throw it away. 13.3 to go. And a timeout getting called here. So the Tigers passed it 4 times in the backcourt. It was knocked around. Hunter tried to get it, saved it, and in their haste, the Tigers tried too hard and threw it into their own bench from the left timeline all the way on the right side of the unfortunate place where they were all sitting and cheering.
That's the one thing. Learn to turn the ball over in the backcourt there. And now, you know, they can take a 2 and then still have an opportunity.
Yeah.
So not forced to shoot a 3 here. They probably will try to, but they're not forced to do that.
The Tigers are 14.2 away from an upset. They got a 3-point lead, but now UConn's got the ball. Would you foul here?
No.
Too early.
Too much time.
Too early. But if time fades away.
Too much. You might think about it if it runs down, but they're going to get a quick shot of some type.
You do not want this to go to overtime because you've got Haggerty on the bench and Jourdain on your bench. 2 starters fouled out of the game already.
Obviously, Dave McNeely, you know, is one guy they're going to look for, obviously. And, of course, Caravan's the other guy they're going to look at. Well, that's a definite given. They're going to screen somebody quick and try to get a shot off in the first 2 or 3 seconds of this. And let's see how he's going to play it. Do you roll the dice and try to get a 3, or do you take a 2? and then maybe get a steal or whatever. Interesting situation here.
Tigers led by 13 in this game with 6 minutes and change to go. You knew they're the defending champs. You knew they would come back with a vengeance.
Let's see who's going to take it out of bounds. Let's see.
It'll be inbounded in front of the Uconn bench by
Ball's
Ball. They
out.
got
Okay.
Johnson, Diarra, and McNeely and Caravan out there. They go to Diarra. Hunter's got him. Brings it to the right side. Picked up in a switch by Kobe Rogers. Shot clock turned off, down to 7. Diarra working the left side. Drives all the way down. Shovels it back. Ball a 3 to tie. He did with .9 to go. Wow. And a timeout by the Tigers. Tied at 82. Man.
Well, they lost him is what happened. They just lost him. And that was a tough shot. That was not an easy shot.
I'm going to tell you, the Tigers played great defense. That was just undone by a great shot.
Yeah, they just lost him. He broke open. Nobody was there to really kind of challenge it. But that was a tough shot he made. Now, what do you do? Can you get something off here?
Can you get something off in .9?
You got to get it near midcourt. Have a realistic
what will
chance.
Penny draw up here?
Put some guys in midcourt, try to screen, bring somebody off of it. Look, it's going to be a pretty good long pass, that first one.
They're checking to see if it's a 3. I'm pretty sure it is.
I think it looked like it was. Could be a big decision. We'll see.
If it were a 2, it would be the biggest break of the game for sure. Yeah, this kid did not have a good first half. 7 in the second half. 2 threes and the biggest one.
Boy, they made some big shots over the last
they did.
minute and a half.
Well, McNeely hit 2 threes, and now Ball with the 1 with .9 to go. What do the Tigers have in store? They will bring out P.J. Carter, Okogie, Rogers, Hunter, and Cisse. Not much you can do with .9, and you got to inbound it.
Not a lot of you can do.
94 feet away.
You got to make that first pass good. And let's see if they put somebody on the ball here.
Rogers will inbound. Cisse, Okogie, and Hunter at the free throw line.
Yeah, they are going to put somebody on
P.J.
the ball.
Carter is at the timeline in front of us. Now he moves to the middle. Rogers will inbound, looks at Hunter, goes to Cisse, to Hunter from half court, on the way, wide left. We're going overtime. 82-82.
About the best you could do there, Dave. Really, you got an opportunity to get a shot off. Not a lot of time with .9 to do that.
Now, what do you do if you're the Memphis coaching staff?
Well, you got to say, hey, look, we got an overtime. We've led most of the way. Go out and let's take care of business.
Unfortunately,
that's the attitude you have to have.
2 critical guys, Jourdain and Haggerty, are going to be on the bench to watch this. Hunter still in. Danger will be a factor. They'll probably have to work the ball to him a little bit more. We're going to take a bonus network spot here, and then back for overtime we will come. Tigers had a 13-point lead with 6 minutes to go. They just couldn't bury Connecticut. We're going to overtime, tied at 82 on the Tigers' First Horizon Radio Network by Learfield.
What if, instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you could choose one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon, with big bank reliability and small bank resolve. You get 160 years of financial strength and stability and an enduring commitment to personal service. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank. Visit firsthorizon.com/getitall.
Get out there and have some fun in a new Toyota with more all-wheel drive choices like America's best-selling car, Toyota Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through December 2nd, you can lease a Camry LE from just $269 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
We are going to overtime here in Maui, in U of M. They were up 13, I believe it was an 18-5 run down the last 6 minutes that got the Huskies back into the game.
Well, that three ball, Wolo, really changes things quickly.
Johnson and Cisse will put it in the air. Haggerty and Jourdain are on the bench. Koji is in. Danger is in, and the tip is finally won by Cisse. Actually went through everybody. He picked it up and gave it to a Koji. Koji's your point guard. Here come the Tigers, right to left on your radio dial. Hunter has it on the left side. Diarra has him. Hunter slides it over to Colby Rogers. Quiet since the first half. Rogers holding the ball, 12 on the shot clock, puts it on the floor, goes to work against Ball. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Into the paint he goes. Fires off glass, rimming, won't go. Rebound taken by Uconn. Diarra got it. Here come the Huskies. Tied at 82 with 4:25 to go. In the overtime, Diarra works the right side on Hunter. In the middle to Caravan. Cisse is on him. They're looking for McNeely. Koji's got him. Now they get it to McNeely. Almost knocked away by Hunter. And they're calling a foul on Hunter. He grabbed it to tie it up. And that's the first on Hunter, and 2 free throws are coming for McNeely. He's 0 for 2 in the game from the stripe. He was a good free throw shooter coming in, 73%. This will be UConn's first lead in forever. On the way, it's good.
Tell you what, he hit a couple of threes, though, Dave, in that sequence that really were big shots.
He did. He had 2 big threes. Freshman's got one more. On the way. Got it. 84. 82. Uconn, a 20-5 run in the last 6 and change. Inbound to Hunter. Hunter's looking at the trap in the backcourt. They work it to Okoji. Okoji brings it up. Finally gets it to Hunter into the front court. Everybody drops back. And they go into a zone. Hunter. One-on-one with Diarra at the moment.
Like a 2-3 here.
He will get a pick from Cisse, gets into the paint at the free throw line, sends it down low to Danger. 2 in the air, reverse layup, won't go. Tipped around, right to Memphis with a new 20. Here is Colby Rogers driving, scoring, tying the game.
Yeah, guys, got a break here. The ball came out to him where they could get a second chance.
84. Diarra hands the ball to McNeely at midcourt. He brings it into the front court. 20 on the shot clock as he bounce passes it to Diarra in front of his bench. And Danny Hurley on the left wing. Brings it toward the middle. He's taking a deep 3. He got another.
That was the guy you want to take that shot.
First field goal in the game. 87-84 Uconn. Here's Hunter into the front court. Diarra sets a pick. Left side Rogers thought about the 3. Looked at Okoji in the corner. Now dribbles to the top of the key. Slides it to Okoji. He drives in, turns to his left, tried to send it away. Underneath the Cisse, stolen by McNeely. McNeely on the run. Left side Diarra, another 3. Not that time. Danger the rebound. Ahead to Rogers. Up the left side. Tigers trail by 3 with 2:40 to go in the overtime. 87-84. Here's Danger. He's got it top of the key. Hands it off to Rogers. Rogers a long 2, top of the key. Drains another. 87-86. And a Tiger, Danger, goes. He got into a collision with Johnson. They think about going at it. Caravan is telling Johnson, use your head. I think it was Cisse who went down hard on the opposite side. Danny Hurley comes out, and he's got something to say. He's upset with, I don't know who. He's telling his team to get back there, and he's yelling at, I don't know if it's Penny or Brown. And now they're going to discuss this thing. They go to the monitor. We know it's 87-86. Uconn with 2:29 to go in the overtime.
Yeah, they'll probably go to the monitor and have to look at it, figure out what's going on.
Penny talking to Pat Driscoll right now. And Danny Hurley's coming out. He
coming
doesn't
over.
like that they're talking. Caravan's got to come out. And Danny Hurley at midcourt being restrained by an assistant. He just pushed his assistant. He's still yelling at Steven Anderson. And, of course, the fans go crazy for anything Danny Hurley does.
He puts on a show. There's no question about it. They're very close to losing control of this game. They got to get this thing settled down.
I have no idea. Cisse went down. Danger and Johnson kind of got into it. And then everybody went kind of bananas. Both coaches coming out on the floor. The referees separating. Sam Johnson just... I think he was ready to fight Danger right there.
He was mad about something, but, Dave, this is no rivalry. These teams, they went at it for a long time. Didn't like each other very much.
What a way to open the Maui
I'm
Classic,
telling
huh?
you, really.
Now let's see. Steven Anderson's coming over. So I don't think anything's going to happen. I think he came over. He told Jay Billis they're going to review. I guess that's what it was.
Yeah, they're looking at it.
I
That's
have
exactly
no
what they're doing.
idea what the heck happened, because we're watching the ball. The bucket goes in, and then Cisse goes down, and then that's the last
thing we
saw
saw,
of
and
it.
the players all came together. So.
This is going to make that game with Colorado and Michigan State a little bit later, huh?
A little later, yep. Boy, what a game this has been, though.
Well, the U of M, you thought, had it in control when they were up 13 with 6 to go, but my gosh, McNeely and Diarra hit some big threes, or Ball hit a big three. You just didn't see that coming.
I agree. I thought Diarra took a bad shot a moment ago. They got the ball and up. He took a three, that's not what you want to do in that situation. You got to play smart down the stretch in games. The Tigers are missing Haggerty, which is a big thing to be out of the game for him. But you got to play smart. But they're taking a long look at it, though.
They sure are. I'm not 100% now. Driscoll and Brown are talking all about this, and Steven Anderson is looking. I've often wondered, I guess it's for security's sake that they keep one guy out. The other two already know what's going on.
Right,
they send the third guy, and then what? Does he ever overturn him?
I don't know. I guess overrule or what? We'll never know, I guess. But now they go back and look at it again.
I'll just say this. No matter what happens in this game, the Tigers know they can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the country. They've done it with Alabama. They've done it with North Carolina. Now they're doing it with Uconn when it really counts. And honestly, Jourdain, on his fifth, I wondered about it, and Haggerty the same. And both of them on the bench for critical times down the stretch. And that's a big difference in this game.
Yeah, it is. But you got to get the ball to Hunter. You got to let him take it over.
These three officials are still talking about this. I have no idea if there will really be any ramifications from this at all, but the way they are in deep discussion after they've taken so long at the monitor, you would think something is going to come of this. I have no inkling which way it's going.
You really don't. You're just sitting here wondering what they're talking about.
Well, they are in, deep conversation. Driscoll seems to be the leader. Now he is going to tell the PA. Oh, Driscoll is going back to the monitor.
He's going to look at it something, yeah.
And now Steven Anderson is talking to Danny Hurley. Looks like
he goes to both coaches really saying something.
Here. Yeah. The way I see it is Uconn is going to get the ball underneath the bucket because obviously the bucket was made and everything else happened.
Right.
Memphis scored. It's 87-86. I think that's what the PA guy is saying. Then all the other stuff happened that is non-consequential. It'll be Uconn ball. 2:29 to go in the overtime. And 87-86 is your score.
It took them all that time to figure that out?
For nothing.
For nothing, basically. Wow.
Caravan will put it into play.
Time for a steal here.
And Cissay's going to guard the ball. McNeely is top of the defensive key there. Rogers with him. Diarra's got Hunter on him. Danger's coming out of the game for the moment. Okogie comes in. He's got ball, and they've got Carter on Jaden Ross.
They're going to run Diarra the ball, obviously. Yep.
They got Diarra the ball in the corner. Everybody drops back. Hunter's going to pick him up, and he'll bring it up pretty much uncontested into the front court. Handoff to Ross. Way out on the left wing to Diarra, left arc. PJ Carter on him. As Diarra brings it, top of the key, picks up the dribble, looking for help. Finally finds Ross. 10 on the shot clock. Ross almost gave up the ball. He's got Cissay on him. Back to McNeely. McNeely picked up by Cissay. Back to ball. 3 on the clock. Long three. Oh my gosh. He got it. He's got 3 threes this half. 90-86 UConn.
That's 2 threes. That guy's hit tough shots.
Here's Hunter into the front court to Okogie. Center circle. Right side. Here's a wide look for Rogers. No, it's PJ Carter. Knocks on his first points in the game. 90-89.
Oh, what a big shot that was.
Here's Diarra getting the ball to McNeely. He almost walked. Sandwiched in the paint. Finally gets it back out to Caravan. He's driving down. Right hand up and in.
Boy, he just took it in there and scored.
He's tough. 92-89.
Hunter should be able to take these guys. Let's see.
Hunter's in the front court. Gives it to Rogers. He's firing a 3 on the way. It's good! It's tied! 99 all! 92 all!
Man, that was a big shot. Wow.
Here's Diarra into the front court. Under a minute. Diarra works the right side. We're tied at 92. Diarra slides it right side. Caravan. Right back to Diarra. 13 on the shot clock. Works the right arc. Back to Caravan. Deep 3. No! Rebound McNeely was over the back. Steven Anderson with a call. Danny Hurley going crazy. And a technical called. McNeely's third. 92 all, 40.3 to go. The Tigers are going to get free throws on over the back. And then they're going to get a technical foul that's called on Hurley.
Boy, as a coach, you just can't do that with 40 seconds to go.
It's PJ Carter who will take these free throws. None bigger in his career. He's 3 of 3 on the year. Nobody on the line but him. First one on the way. Bottom. Tigers regain the lead. 93-92. One more for PJ. Rims around. It goes. He knocked them both out. He's got 5 here in the game. And the Tigers lead 94-92. Now they'll bring... Those are the free technical throws. Now, Colby Rogers, they were over his back. And he'll go to the line. Oh, so now they're switching it. They want Carter to shoot these 2 as well. 94-92. Memphis, 40.3 to go. So he's just hit 2 in a row, PJ Carter. Can he do 2 more? First one on the way. Rimming going. 3-point game with 40.3 to go. The overtime. 1 more for PJ. This would make it a 2-possession game with 40.3 to go. Haggerty on the bench. Jourdain on the bench. Doesn't matter at the moment. It's PJ Carter at the line.
This is a big one
on the
here.
way. Got it!
Good shot.
96-92. U of M. They go to pressure. Caravan finally gets it in the ball. They double him for a minute. Now to Diarra. Everybody drops back. 35 seconds to go as he enters the front court. Works the right side. Tries to drive down. Got shoved by Okogie. Little hip check there. That'll get Diarra to the line for Okoji. That's foul number 2.
Now, you don't want to foul and stop the clock. That's something you did not want to do.
31.5 to go, and Diarra will go back to the line. So Diarra has hit 4 free throws and a triple here late in the game. Tigers have got to get the ball back in, I think, Hunter's hand. They haven't had it in there for a while. First free throw, Diarra, splash, nothing but the bottom. 96-93. Again, 31.5 to go in the overtime. Second one on the way, right down the middle. This guy is tough.
They protect the basketball.
96-94. Hunter runs the baseline, finds Colby Rogers, who finds Okoji. And Okoji lost the ball, picked it right back up, throws it into the front court to Rogers. Rogers in the middle of Hunter. Hunter's taking his time. We're down to 19 seconds, 17 on the shot clock. Rogers has it right side. They got it to Carter, and he got fouled.
Hurley saying he elbowed him in the face. Wow.
He was just trying to protect the ball. And now Pat Driscoll, Dan Brown, Scott Brown talking about something.
Boy,
I'm sure they're going to go to the monitor.
They're going to look at it again, I suppose. Yep.
13.2 to go, 96-94.
That was a shaky couple of seconds there for the Tigers in the backcourt. That ball bounced right for him.
You do miss Haggerty, that's for sure.
No question about it.
And again, we got to sweat this thing out. Yeah, they are so physical. If you're crowded there, you're trying to protect the ball and make a move, and they make the contact first.
Well, they didn't look at it long, though. So.
2 free throws for the Tigers. That's what Driscoll just said. So the U of M's going back to the line with 13.2 to try to put this thing into a tougher position for UConn. I think it's going to be P.J. Carter again. He's just delivered 4 in a row and a triple. And the foul was on solo ball, so he's fouled out of the game. Third player in the game, first Connecticut Husky to foul out. Here's P.J. Carter shooting 2. Only UConn on the line. First one on the way. Nothing but the bottom. 3-point game. 97-94 with 13.2 to go. PJ to make it a 2-possession game. Toes the line. On the way. Yes, sir! 98-94 Tigers. With 13.2 into the Ross. Back to Diarra. 10 seconds to go in the game. He starts to drive, lost the ball. Cisse fouled him with 8.5 to go. Why? Moose's second. Diarra right back to the line. Carter and Diarra just going back and forth on the free throw line.
That's exactly what you did not want to do.
98-94. Penny calls his guys over. Pat Driscoll says, you can't do that. Carter. Rogers on the one side, Diarra on the other. Okoji and Hunter watching as Diarra toes the line. First one on the way, he got it. He's now got 10, all in the last 5 minutes of this game.
Exactly right. It's been a bunch of points in a couple of minutes.
98-95, 8.5 to go. Can the Tigers hold on to this thing? Here's the second one from Diarra. It's perfect.
All right, get the ball in bounds.
98-96. The trigger man will be Okoji. They want to get it to Hunter, and a timeout called by the U of M. 8.5 to go. 98-96 Memphis. Here in the overtime. What do you think we're going to see?
Oh, got to get it in, and then they're going to absolutely, Dave, going to try. UConn's going to try to, hey, I don't know if they can stop it. We'll see. They got to get it inbounds first. That's the main thing, and then they'll try to double. But you got to get that ball in. That is going to be the big question.
The big question is do that, and then you still got to hit free throws.
Well, you should be able to hit free throws. The Tigers are a pretty good free throw shooting team. You got to get the ball in bounds, though, first.
Carter, Okoji,
they're going to double as soon as it gets in.
Cisse's in there. He's the one guy you don't want touching it. .5 to go, get it in. Try to waste as much time as you can.
See if they put somebody on the ball again here.
Tigers are on a line on the right side. They got Cisse picked up by Caravan in the backcourt. He's underneath the bucket. Hunter runs the baseline, finds Rogers. Rogers fouled.
Whoa, very close.
He'll go to the line with 7.1 to go. Foul is called on McNeely. He's got 4. And it's up to Colby Rogers. Rogers today missed 2 free throws, made 4 of them, 4 of 6. And a timeout called by Danny Hurley. And Rogers will go to the line. Can the U of M, got to make at least 1. 2 would make you feel a lot better with 7.1 to go to start the season 5-0.
You're in pretty good shape here. Then, that absolutely. But getting the ball in bounds is a big thing. They did get it in bounds where they could not be doubled, and that was a big, big move by the Tigers.
Yeah, the interesting aspect is if you were worried about Jourdain or Haggerty playing too many minutes, they're getting plenty of rest for tomorrow.
That's out the window. Yeah. You're right about that, for sure.
Now all the pressure's on Colby Rogers. P.J. Carter's really come through from the line. Colby Rogers kind of looks around, waits for Uconn to break their huddle.
It's funny, Wallo, there are a lot of bounces either way on both these teams. One bounce could go one way, one the other. And really,
no question.
That as close as this game has been.
Hope you play these guys in the NCAA tournament like the Final Four, huh?
Yeah,
that'd be good to see them again.
Yeah. But that technical really hurt Hurley, though.
It did.
That was not a good move on his part.
Here's Colby Rogers first. One down the middle. 3-point game. Colby Rogers gets one more to make it a 2-possession game in the overtime with 7.1 to go.
This is the one
this would get you to 100. On the way. Rimming, no. Here comes Diarra. Here comes Uconn. Diarra lost the ball. Foul's called with 2.2 to go. That might not be bad.
A smart foul by them, absolutely.
That, I think, was on a Koji. 2.2 to go, 99, 96 Tigers at the moment. So Diarra makes the first. He's got to try to miss the second.
Got to try to miss the second, no question.
2.2 to go. Diarra's made 2, 4, 6, 8 straight free throws. 8 for 8. First one on the way. Got it.
All right, now he's got to miss it here.
He's going to have to miss this one. Danger comes in to rebound the ball. Diarra's underneath there too, 99-97. Diarra's got to hit rim. 2.2 remaining. High archer, won't go. Tipped around, fumbled at the buzzer. Here's a shot, wide left. Memphis survives. They upset Uconn 99-97. Holy mackerel, they're 5-0. Penny has beaten Danny Hurley 3 times.
Tell you what, that was close though, Dave. They got a shot away. Wow. He arched it just enough to where it would kick back out. Wow.
No Haggerty at the end. No Jourdain at the end. And yet somehow they fell behind in the overtime and figured out a way to win it. P.J. Carter, Colby Rogers, they were sensational.
Well, the technical foul on Hurley, Dave, was the difference in this overtime. That was not a good move by him.
I would have to agree because it's a 2-point differential. Now Hurley is hugging everybody. The Tigers are going to play either Colorado or Michigan State, but now they're on the winner's bracket, so that game will be here 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the tougher side of the bracket, too. You're moving over where there's some heavyweights over there, man. Yeah. Absolutely.
And then you're playing, it's at 1 o'clock here, so that will be at 5 o'clock Memphis time. Wow. I mean to tell you, We've seen a lot of crazy stuff. That's about as good a game
That's
and a win as you're going to get.
That's one of the classic games we've done in a long time. There is no question about it.
I would have to agree because it looked like there was no way when Haggerty and Jourdain went out and you fell behind in the overtime. And look, they had an 18-5 run the last 6 minutes of the game to tie it, and they hit these incredible threes, and yet somehow Memphis walks away a winner. Oh, man, that is one we won't forget for a while. 5-0 Tigers will take on Michigan State or Colorado. We'll talk with Penny and a player about that in a little bit, but the postgame show will begin with Jeff Brightwell in a minute. Again, in overtime, the U of M upsets defending champion Uconn 99-97 in overtime. That's your final on the Tigers' First Horizon Radio Network by Learfield.
What if, instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank,